It is showtime. Let's see if you guys can hear us. Let's see. Ooh, it's spooky over here.
It is, right?
Right?
That's the theme. Oh, that's YouTube. Oops.
Well, I gotta go to YouTube. You go to Facebook. Okay. All right, guys. We're just checking really quick to see if everything is working correctly. Um, you're in.
I'm trying.
You're going on Facebook. Go to YouTube. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody's having a really good day today. Let me see. Okay, got it. All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend today. Well, no weekend, actually, long weekend.
Long weekend.
Long weekend. It's been a very long weekend for us. Actually, very fun one. Um, you want to track Facebook just in case we cannot see the comments.
Sure.
For whatever reason, our software is acting up. Like it kicked me out and all that. But I don't want to bore you guys with that. You guys don't care about that. But anyways, welcome. Happy Monday. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. This is half of your Cool Case Adventures family. Looking at Carlos and Karen because the kids happen to be around somewhere in the house.
We lost them already.
So
they had enough days of 24/7 with us.
Look at Mary. Mary's there.
Hey, we miss you too.
We already miss you too, my friend. I hope you heard that out. Rachel Jackson, I love your channel. Appreciate all I appreciated all your videos. My bad. I'm sorry. I am tired, and we have right. We have that's your job tonight. We appreciate you, Rachel. Thank you so much for that wonderful feedback. I appreciate that. It was awesome. We got to meet a lot of people this weekend. You know, people that watch our channel, people that follow us on social media. I mean, super excited. You have no idea how much that meant to us. It meant the entire world, and we mean it.
Yes, thank you. It's awesome to meet you guys. So if you guys see us around, please come say hi.
Yeah, we beg you, stop us.
Yes.
Stop us and say hi to us, please. We really enjoy that. It really makes our day, night, or whatever. So it was kind of cool to see a lot of people on Halloween Horror Nights, guys. All I could tell you is being an outstanding weekend. I wouldn't change it for the world.
No.
I am exhausted.
Yes.
But it was well worth it, you know. So if you haven't done so, please smash that like button in YouTube. Let's get these likes as high as we can. Let's break some record because we need to let YouTube know that we're here. We're here to stay. The Cool Case family, you guys are part of this family. We're here to stay. And with that said, guys, it's been an unbelievable weekend. Long weekend. A very quick summary to you. 3 days, over 30 miles that we walked.
My feet hurt.
Yeah. A total of 7 videos recorded. It has been non-stop. We have not stopped at all. And I'm telling you, it's been nothing but an outstanding weekend. We loved it.
Fun.
I don't mind. It's like it became addicting. I can't stop working.
I know, right?
It's become so fun that I'm like, okay, what else can we do? Because we want to keep offering you guys more information.
I feel like we should be at Universal right now.
I know, but there's no horror night, so luckily they get 2 to 3 days off. So anyway, guys, let me explain you how this works. So this is actually when we talk about news, and this is your time. This is where you could ask us about anything, and we're gonna answer as honest as we can. Obviously, the mission and goal of this channel is to help you out to have the best vacation that you can. Mary said, "I feel that Karen."
Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling.
Mary was with us, and she was hurting. Rachel said,
"She's autocorrect."
You're autocorrect. Don't worry about it, Rachel. We got it. Thank you.
It.
We love you. We love you. Thank you for being in here. But anyways, the point about this channel is our weekly live stream. It usually happens on Mondays. We go over all the theme park news, everything that have broke out there, things that we have seen, things that we can confirm, things that we have read and seen around, and not so much of speculation, but things that I think is gonna either be for everybody's enjoyment or it might affect everybody.
Correct.
So that's what we're here for. So our job is to read the news and kind of like share our personal opinion and experiences. So, that's what we do. There's a lot happening in the theme park. I'll tell you what. Uh, Everybody was busy. Even Disney was busy. You can tell us they were working on their upcoming event. So why don't we start? Actually, this is not what I want to start. I want to start over here. So why don't we start at what's happening with the Mummy? The Mummy currently at Universal Studio happens to be at technical rehearsal as we speak. Everybody thought that by now the Mummy will be like fully open, no issues whatsoever. But unfortunately, they continue to have some issues, and that brings the ride up and down. So, but as far as I know, continues to be at technical rehearsal, just like that sign says. The things that I even heard from people, including technicians, are things that they're hearing feedback. They're hearing people saying, "Hey, listen, this ride was too rough. We had to like slow it down. Maybe it was too slow." So they're kind of like finding a happy medium right now. Obviously, that's not counting all the technical issues that they're finding along the way. So, in this case, I want to give credit to WDW. What they're doing over here, they're basically showing us everything that they saw that is brand new at the ride. I don't want to spend too much time over here because for me, this is kind of sort of old news. But bottom line knows that a lot of the things that have changed are like either things inside the queue line or the visual effects on the ride or some kind of effect. So everything changed from one thing, like from being normal to 4K, and some of the effects now are have changed as well. So that's basically what changed. Nothing big going on with the Mummy, but again, they're just trying to, I guess, fix all the technicality issues that we're having. So that's what's up with the Mummy. Universal. Hey Jonathan, how are you, my friend? Hope everything is well with you and the fam. Universal guys, our wallet is hurting. It is hurting bad. It is so hard to go to Universal Studios with everything they have brought on merchandise for Halloween Horror Nights and stopping yourself from buying something.
Correct.
It is so hard. This is probably my opinion. This is my humble opinion. You tell me if I'm wrong or not. The best year overall in merchandise for Universal Studios.
It is.
Everything was so thought through, from the haunted houses to the scare zones to that amazing tribute store.
Yeah.
The storytelling on that tribute store, it goes beyond belief. So this is something that came out from Studio Screamer. Studio Screamer is bringing the fire. But basically, they released this Frankenstein popcorn bucket, originally at $25. It actually sold out within 2 hours, I think it was. And then when they brought it back, of course, Universal had to just pull the stone. And it was a mistake, but they realized, hey, it was super popular, so why not raising the prices to $38? Now, we ended up biting the bullet. We like it. I think it makes a really good decoration. I mean, it's super nice to have around the house. And it's a traditional monster. You could always use this. Jonathan says I'm doing well. We're doing okay. Good. Just taking every day by day. That's all you can do, my friend. That's the reason Mary's saying that she didn't want to continue to check back, seeing she's flying back home. So that's what she didn't get that popcorn bucket. It is so darn hard not to get it.
It is, yeah.
Blake Ferguson, welcome. He said, "Are you guys going to Howl-O-Scream in Tampa this year?" We don't know yet. Next weekend, Hollow Scream is debuting starting this Friday. However, we will be actually in California. So we got something big plan coming up this coming up week. I mean, a lot of plans, not one, a lot of plans. So when we return or while we're in there, I'm gonna do what you guys probably will do. You will listen and watch videos, and if I determine that it's worth it and it will be beneficial for the channel, then definitely we'll maybe next weekend we'll go back and meaning the following week. We haven't done anything. Hollow Scream, you got two, like Blake said, you have one in Tampa, which is Busch Gardens, and starting last year, they're doing the Orlando here in SeaWorld. And I know that they added a few things and all that. So I'm waiting for reviews. We got good friends of ours, so in case we don't get to go, we will highly promote their videos and stuff like that, show them to you. I will ask for their permission to see if I could break it down in the channel, or in the live stream, so we could actually talk about it. But at this point, we don't know yet. Hopefully. Cecilia, how are you? So awesome. Oh, that's Jonathan saying hi to Mary. But anyways, this is one of the highest items going on right now at Halloween Horror Nights, and it is so hot out there that you can find him everywhere now.
Everywhere.
They went from
everywhere.
They went from you could barely find him to just everywhere. Almost every store has him.
The stores has him. The stands have him. Everywhere. He's everywhere.
So anyway, let's talk a little bit more of Halloween Horror Nights. For the first time in so long, the first 3 events nights, which means last Friday, Saturday, and yesterday, completely sold out, and we felt it.
Yes.
I mean, luckily for us on Friday, if you watch our video, we had express tickets. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we were able to maneuver around. And I'm not going to spoil it. You're going to see it in the second video. Hopefully, that will come out not tomorrow, on Wednesday. We'll tell you how we were able to maneuver around, which I got to thank Mary for her help on that, because we want to showcase that on the video so people can actually learn. Once again, not they will actually benefit you directly, but if you qualify for this type of this example that we're bringing into that video, then at least you have an idea that this could be done during Horror Night. So
I'll be right back.
All right. It was crazy busy. I mean, it was really hard. Typical Horror Nights, at the beginning, it's okay to manage. Around 9 or 10 o'clock, you could barely walk through those crowd levels. It was sold out. We felt that every single one of the Universal Resort completely sold out. So you could feel it. So I'm happy for Universal. I mean, we made it happen. Didn't stop us from having fun, and we maneuvered to get you guys a bunch. When I mean a bunch, you got to continue to watch our videos, because you're going to learn and you're going to see a lot of the things that we were able to do. We continue to do our videos not in a vlogging style. It's more informational, so that way you learn something. And of course, you're going to get some food review, which you're going to have our commitment of give you nothing but a very honest opinion as usual. Do you think last year was better? I heard some people were disappointed. No, and I'll ask Karen when they come. Can you get the kids over here too? I'm gonna do you a favor, Rachel. One maybe. Okay, I'm gonna bring Khalil. I'm not gonna answer yet. Let's see if Khalil can remember this, and then I'll let Karen answer, and then I'll answer, and Kyla's taking a shower. So we're a family content creator, and what better than have the entire family give you this? Khalil, really quick question. Do you think, in your opinion, that last year's Halloween Horror Nights was better than this year?
I don't remember.
You don't remember last year?
I don't remember.
Well, last year you have a bunch of like a lot, not so many originals. That's what I mean. The scare songs and all that. So, for what you can remember.
Well, the scare zone right in front of Mummy, I like this year's better.
Okay.
The witches one, I would so go for Crypt TV.
You like Crypt TV last year better, okay?
1000%.
Okay.
That's kind of all I remember.
And the haunted houses this year. I heard you talking more about the haunted houses this year than last year, though. It took you like a lot of times of going to horror nights until you finally say, you know what, I think I like this and I like that.
Yeah, because I was trying to decide for third place if I would put The Weeknd or Halloween. But in my opinion, The Weeknd, the only reason why it's number 3 is because of the music, and that's it.
For you?
Yes.
Okay.
But if it didn't have his music, then I would for sure put Halloween.
Okay. Well, there you go. So, for you, last year or this year?
I think I have to say this year.
You like this year better?
And I think
like
it's just
Cemetery.
I think it's just because I think they, even though we thought that they were really behind schedule, I think they paid a lot of attention to the facades and their houses, and they just made them extremely pretty. Like, I think they really spend the time in
inside the houses.
Inside the houses. They're not. I wouldn't say that they're like super scary, because I don't think they are. But they visually they're amazing this year.
Okay, my opinion. For me, obviously, my opinion for me, I like this year's better.
Me too.
And I tell you what. Well, you say me too. And I tell you why I like this year better. I like this year better, and I think it is because the fact that it has so many original.
Yeah.
They have allowed Universal the freedom to do whatever they want to, from the scare zones all the way to the houses. I agree with Karen. In the houses, some of them may not be scary. However, you spend your time looking at things like if you would have been almost like I mean, because you're also rushed, but some of it you're like an art museum. But you're like, wow, yes. What in the world? What is that? You know, you find yourself looking at the walls, looking on the top, looking at every single detail. I think this year they went insane on the details. So when I'm telling you about The Weeknd made you feel like you were part of that music video. Correct. You heard Kalel talking about Halloween. Now they're going back to the traditional Halloween, the first Halloween that ever came out. So we felt like we were part of the actual movie set. Like we were walking through the movie set.
I think this year you just were more immersed into the houses, and
Correct.
You were like being scared. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still quite a bit of scare actors. There were holes here and there where there could have been and there should have been a scare actor, and there wasn't, but that could have just been timing on our part. But I
enjoyed them more.
Yeah, I enjoyed them.
Like, again, we were able to do houses multiple times, and I know Mary is already saying a couple of things in there. Mary also did. Although Mary was hanging out with us, there were times that Mary split from us, or actually she took the kids with her because we ended up talking to people and all that. So they were able to see more of houses amount of time that Karen and I did. Right. However, even in the scare zone this year, once you hear me talking about the scare zone on the videos, you're gonna feel the passion that I put behind, because even the scare zone is a whole storyline on its own. The fact that you're walking through an abandoned cemetery, even during the day, the amount of details is insane. The one. And actually, I posted, if you haven't watched it, I posted a YouTube short today from the one for the witches, the sorcerer, when she's doing an act, not an act, a ritual. Not an act. Oh, they're acting, but a ritual. So they have multiple scenes. The amount of details of that. I mean, if you were to ask me what's your favorite scare zone, it would be even hard for me to choose. Because every time, Kalel said the cemetery, every time that I walk through them, I pick on something else that I'm like, whoa, I didn't know this. Even when you go through Sweet Revenge, which is the one in front of the previous store, the amount of insanity that you picked up from,
Yeah.
because the whole story is that they ate candy from major sweet company, and obviously that was candy that went bad, and he did it on purpose because he wanted to convert that Halloween festival into making a mess, and so what happened is that the kids that ate the candy ended up even killing their parents and going after the adults. So the whole thing, even when you look at those characters, you're like, oh my god! And so you're so immersed that you start believing like, oh, one of these kids is coming after me. You know what I mean? So I personally like this year better because of the creativity. I think even I'm a fan of that previous store, even though as traditional as it looks. So very simple, something that any of us can do just by going to Party City and buying just pumpkins, witches, and stuff like that to making it look like this. And we'll go in a second and show it to you. But we enjoyed it. Jonathan said from watching videos, the scarcity look amazing. Food looks better this year. The theme on the food and drinks, it is insane.
Something.
Miss Sheila, how are you? I hope you're
Sheila.
having a wonderful weekend. Glad you recovered from this weekend. We're recovering. I still probably in the last 3 to 4 days I might have slept maybe 5 hours total.
Probably.
So far. We'll get there. We'll get there. Mary says, I think it depends what folks are wanting. The scares were missing in a lot of areas, but some houses were drop dead gorgeous. And that's a perfect example. You're gonna hear a lot about dead man peers. You could ask the team members, you could ask content creators, and dead man peers is coming. I want to say from everybody that we've been talking to within the 3 places, the top 3. Most of them
were number 1.
Is Deadman Pier scary? No. However, it is a masterpiece of a haunted house. The music, the details, the creativity,
the weather
changes, the sounds of the ocean, the sounds of I'm not going to spoil it too much because I want you to go there. So even unless you're watching one of these people that have media access that saw the whole entire they show them the house, then that's a big spoiler for you. However, videos still don't do justice for the house.
No.
And we've done it multiple times.
So if you come over and there's a house that you don't think you're going to be able to do, that is not the one that you want to skip out. No. You definitely have to do that house.
And we're going to talk about it in a second. So don't worry about it. We're going to go through that. Hello, guys. What's up, man? I hope you're doing okay. For what I've seen so far, the opening ceremony last year was better. But again, I haven't seen it in person this year yet. Not until October. However, I finally saw the opening ceremony today for the first time. And I don't know.
Somebody's video. Because they didn't watch.
Well, no, it's just people posting them because the ceremony only lasts maybe a minute and a half. It's all depending how you take it because obviously the Pumpkin Lord is the one who is opening the Halloween Horror Nights of this year. So he's basically inviting you to his world and blah, blah, blah. We personally have not seen it. We attempted to do it yesterday, but we arrived too late. And that's something and we're going to do our video just explaining to you next week when we return how to do the ceremony and what do you have to do and all that. So that way you have an idea. It's all depends. Again, if you like creativity, if you like the storyline, then you may enjoy it. Is it the best one? No, it's not going to be the best one. I've seen better years. Even last year, having a Jack opening. Well, I think that was awesome.
I saw it too briefly from somebody's video. I think it was, and like you said, the pumpkin lord is the opening of the ceremony. He's too far.
Yeah.
Because they put him right where he's supposed to be, but he's way too far from the gates.
See, I didn't even see that. So he's on the top of his pump. He's in the location.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't like that.
So he's too far. Like for him to be the opener, like they should have made that float mobile, so you can move him and then put him back and then open there.
Now keep in mind I want you to keep in mind something. Halloween Horror Nights, the way that they treat it like a daily lesson learned. The creators and the writers and all that, as every night is happening, they're adjusting the things. Some things that they don't like it themselves, some feedback that they heard from people, they apply. So I mean, even though that's what we saw, it doesn't mean the scare money is going to remain that way. So that's something to keep in mind. Michila say it is flooding in some places around here, lots of rain this week. And actually, we thought that we're going to have nasty weather. The only nasty thing about this weather was like the amount of humidity, and it was hot as heck. But rain, thankfully, not as much. Thank you so much for that super chat, Michila. You done right. And I'm gonna need coffee. I'm gonna save that coffee for Thursday. I don't know if you guys, Karen posted it in Instagram on one of those social. Yeah, one of them. I never went to sleep.
Yeah.
We did opening night of Friday. By the time we arrived to the hotel, I took a shower and all that. It was past 2 a.m. I had to edit, and I'm very competitive. I don't hold videos. I don't want to put things that it doesn't become as relevant for you guys. I needed to put a video out that morning off. So making a long story short, Karen wakes up because she was like, obviously she went to bed and say, hey, how long do you have? And the minute she finished that question, her alarm goes off. And I started laughing. I said, I guess that I'm done now editing. It was already past. I was 5 a.m. Yeah. So we had to wake up at 5 a.m. because Kyla had a cross-country meet. So on top of that, we had left the hotel super early to get that Kyla to compete, which she did outstanding as well.
I don't know how you did it, but
I never slept. And then I took a 20-minute nap in the car, then came over here to the house, posted that video, and then I took an hour nap here at home and then drove back to the hotel. So Thursday, I'm about to pull the same stunt, Michila. So that's what I'm trying to say. On Thursday, this is how it's going to go. We're going to fly to Los Angeles if everything goes as planned. Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood is starting on Thursday, which it means we're not going to have a room until, you know how it is, 2 or 3 in the afternoon, LA time. By that time, it's time for us to go to the park because we got to figure it out, our tickets, how to print them out and all that over there. So it's going to be a whole lesson learned for everybody who's never traveled to Hollywood and wants to do a horror nights. And bottom line, I will not sleep. This one is going to be worse because of the time change. I will be awake for over 24 hours because you know me. I got to post that next day for opening day of Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. So it's gonna be an interesting. Hello, Angela. Nice to see you.
Yes.
I have to. I'm very competitive, guys. I want this channel to become one of the best channels out there, but not for me. I want the family, everybody that has family, to identify with us and say, you know what? I want to watch the Cool Kids Adventures because I could relate to them, you know. And you guys know this. I watch a whole bunch of content creators, and we're friends of theirs too. So I watch a lot of people. And it's funny because you start identifying with people. So like if I don't understand something, then I say, oh, let me watch Team Tracker, or let me watch my friend Devon from PC Dev. If it's something Disney oriented, then I do therefore I do Michael K. So you start identifying people. My goal is that eventually this channel grows so much that a lot of people identify with family. And they're like, we're gonna think about cookies for every time we're gonna plan a vacation for the entire family. That's our goal. And I'm not gonna rest until that happens. So I'm very determined, and
So
I'm
lots
gonna
of coffee.
and it's
Lots
gonna
of
be
coffee.
a lot of coffee, but we're gonna make it happen.
Although I have to say, we did not drink enough coffee in this.
We did not,
last 3 days.
because everything was sold out. So we
timing was just horrible for me to get coffee. So you can imagine how I was getting towards the end of the night.
The whole weekend is sold out. So you look down to Starbucks, there's a line. You go to the bathroom, there's a line. You want to do a ride, there's a line. You want to go to the store, there's a line. You want to buy food. It was insane.
And then the few times the Starbucks didn't have a line, we were rushing to go somewhere else.
Exactly. It was go. You guys are so kind. Karen's Coffee Club contribution sound like you're going to need those. You are right.
Thank you, Cecilia.
And listen, I appreciate your kindness, guys. Everything helps. So I like but I appreciate that you guys are helping us with your contribution. We're going to love you no matter what. So don't feel bad if you cannot do it or you don't do it. This is for you. And every time you could ask Karen, every time that I'm about to and she tells me, even the kids, Dad, you have to rest. No, we need to help people out. So we're going to continue. We're going to move forward. And the kids,
I feel bad for him because I can't help it but fall asleep. I try.
We're going to make it happen.
I'll sit in the bed and I'll be like this.
Chino, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for your effort. You guys are putting this video. I enjoy them a lot. Listen, as long as you guys are enjoying them, as long as you guys are learning, as long as you guys are taking something out of it, then everything was 3,000% worth it. And that's what we're doing. And we
have fun.
It's been a blast. I'm telling you, it's been a blast. I have nothing. I wouldn't take it away. I would do it again if I can every weekend. It's been really good. We love you regardless. No need to compromise your health. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. I know my limits too.
I keep an eye on him.
I know my limits. And they understand to the family. If I say, hey, I'm extremely tired, I'm just gonna take a shower. I want to be first, because I have to decompress. They're the first one to say, yeah, Dad, go for it.
Even the kids, like last night, Carlos was like, Dad, go take a shower first, and Carlos like, no, it's okay, but if you go take a shower, no, Dad, you need to go take a shower. You need to rest.
Thank you, Angela.
Yeah. So even the kids are very well aware, and they try to help out whenever.
Yeah, and everybody's putting their contribution. Before I forget, Angela, you're correct. Thank you so much for reminding everybody. Angela. Everybody hit the like button. That's how we're going to grow this channel. Again, the likes, that helps telling YouTube, hey, I have to push this video out so that way other people can see it. So there's different ways to help the channel, whether it's monetary or watching our videos or hitting like. Yes. Every single little bit helps. So yes, I am working extra, quote unquote, because I don't see it as work. It's my passion. However, you guys are doing your part too. You're here with me tonight. On a long weekend, you're hitting the like button. So you guys are putting your part. I'm putting my part. The family's putting the part. So this whole entire family that we have built, this community, we all are doing our part. So as long as we continue to do that, it's gonna be 3,000% well worth it. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean it from my heart. So hit the like button. Let's talk about this really quick. Oops, I am so sorry. Every time
too quick.
I went too quick. I don't want to tell you the whole backstory because this is something that you guys have to. I think you got to do the research and read it on your own. However, when they say the backstory, I do like what Universal Creative Team did with Distribute Store. And by the way, they started doing it already with Distribute Store on Halloween for the holidays. Mm-hmm. They're already building for the holidays, just so you guys know. So everything started on the summer Tribute Store. And they started leaving hints about what happened, with what was going to happen. And it talks about the old movie theater that shut down. And it talks about up to one point about the Major Sweet Company too. I mean, and it gives you the dates. All that happened throughout the summer. a lot of people didn't pay attention. Of course, I didn't pay attention. I mean, shout out to Team Tracker. The one day he brought it up, and then I started in also these guys WDW news as well, and I'm like, whoa, I gotta slow down and start reading things. So because of that, I learned about it. Then it built us up to here. So not only they build the story, but then they put the facade. Once they put the facade, then they started putting more hints.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, even with whatever the red coconut or whatever the club, they have not opened and now they converted it into Halloween. It was all in our face the whole entire time. Now since we read it, and I think it's one of the videos said, are they gonna open red coconut, Karen, or something like that? Everybody was questioning, and then they call it dead coconut. I'm like, but that's the same logo as the club that we have outside. So you say mayor announces acquisition of all cursed movie theaters. So the whole thing, guys, it just became a beautiful storyline. Now, if you start looking at this is what I mean. It's traditional. 1954, what do you see? A witch. Then you see the skulls, and you see the Halloween pumpkin, the bats. I mean, there's nothing fancy. This is something that we can walk to any store, Party City or Walmart, and we will find all of this. And look at the colors. You see the red, orange, and black. Very, very traditional. So then they come and said Dare to Enter. That was up to last week when they put this poster up to what we become now, the actual tribute store. So now we've been reading this and we've been saying to y'all, is building the story for the Scare Zone. So here you go. You had the pumpkins, you had the cemetery, and then you have the witches. So that's the one that is the one that I just talked about. I always forget about it. Hold on, give me 1 second, because I just get confused in the names.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry. Think Studio. This one, Conjure the Dark.
Conjure the Dark.
That's the one. So if you read about it, on all the first All Hallows Eve, an evil sorceress called forth monstrosities from the dark dimensions, and now your blood is the one that's going to be full. Will fuel them. So obviously they didn't go as dark when they make this image over here. You know what I mean? I'll get in a second. So, but it's telling us about some witches, right? And then you had this one,
Halloween Festival, which is Mayor Suite.
Yeah, Halloween Festival, which is Mayor Suite, which is located over here. So the whole thing has been talking to us the whole entire time. I have to call it and don't worry about it. Yeah, yes, Lily's coming in 2 weeks. I totally forgot. I know we have it in the calendar.
I gotta go make that green folder merch. That would be
go for it. Go for it. The merchandise is beautiful.
The merchandise.
So thank you for joining us, Cecilia. And then if you can, we're gonna the video will be posted. Just end the live whenever you get a minute. That way you see more of the details. Then the tribute store opened on Thursday. And then Karen and I luckily were both able to attend the opening. And it was pretty cool. As you're seeing regular. It's regular.
That is very like dollar store. The things.
Yeah, it's nothing fancy. But the first thing they tell you is like the first room is the dark. It's a dark ride. So because I was asking him,
it's all a dark ride.
He said keep hands and feet inside all the time. So he just tells me, follow the track. So anyway, they go more into details. I gotta go back to just read all this because the details and the details and the details is just like amazing. And again, once you look at the signs, it's just like nothing but traditional, simple, straightforward. And then this is the pumpkin patch. Of course, how many times have we seen these in different fairs? Now look at that first room, which is beautiful. and the story goes on from there. So again, it's nothing like wow, like they build up something fancy. It's just that they use nothing but simple traditional Halloween stuff. And as you learn about the story of this tribute store, you fall in love with it. And then um, that's when they said, see, until I didn't read this. Once I read this, I was like, oh crap, I totally missed that.
Yeah, me
So
too,
Little
actually.
Boo is in trouble because this is now is when the pumpkin lord is starting to emerge, you know. So that's what they're telling us. And then we walk into the cemetery, which it looks amazing.
Beautiful.
The amount of details, you know. Unlike the one outside, this one is not abandoned, but they have these
They have ghosts.
But I mean, we can go to Party City ourselves and buy those, right? So nothing fancy. It's just like it's just the story, and I don't know. This is a photo op. I haven't posted, but Karen had a.
I do. I have a
She
lot of
did
pictures.
that, and then here's the hallway.
The Mussolini.
So when you guys go, make
Look
sure
for Kyla.
look for Kyla. Kyla's in this hallway
Take a
towards the
picture.
end. Take a picture. Tag us, please. Tag us in Instagram.
Tag us when you find her.
But Kyla's in this wall. Kyla, right here. Look, she made
Give
it.
it away.
She made it.
Kyla, you made it.
Kyla made it to an article. So that's Kyla right there.
Her cheesy.
So we decided as a family, because this thing costs $130 per person, we decided that each of us will take a turn. So Kalel and it was Kyla, Kalel, or Karen's turn. So then she left that up to the kids. So
Yeah. Doing the motherly
Kalel goes like, Kyla, you could have Halloween. If they do it for Christmas, I do Christmas. So that's the reason why you're gonna see only one of the members of the family. And it's freaky though. It is freaky because even though it looks cool, you know, as a father, it just hurt. It's just like I try not to pay attention. You know what I mean? I just try to concentrate.
She's super excited about it,
but as a father, I'm like, you know what, Carlos? It's just part of that whole scheme. Don't overthink it, but it's freaky.
Yeah, it's freaky.
It's freaky. The way that they do this, you gotta send them a picture, and whatever they write on it, that's on them. You write a name, and they tell you need to pick a date before, after this date, and before whatever date.
Right.
So, we pick random dates and send it to them, and that's the one that they did it. They put, and then once this thing is over, then we could pick this up. And it will be just like mine, the one that we have over here for the holiday. Oh, you put it on?
Yeah.
So again, each of us are going to have one. But anyway, going back to this thing, then this is the room where you are able to find the treats. And
I love that room.
That room is beautiful.
That's my favorite room.
This one and room number 4, both of them are beautiful. So, really, again, nothing fancy. Obviously, unless that we have all of this decoration, we're not gonna go crazy in our home. But you guys know what I mean. It's nothing out of the ordinary this time. These displays, this is where probably I feel like they spend the money.
Yeah.
Because what it does is you look at the window and it's interactive. You're gonna see bats and stuff like that. It changes. Yeah.
It's not interactive. It changes.
And you're gonna see the witch. And they have multiple. This is the big one behind. On the other section of the wall, there's two other like glass that does the same thing. And then you make it to the last room. No, we're not in the last room. This is the 2 glass that I'm talking about, that it changes as well. So let me go to the last room really quick. Oh, did they put in the clue? Oh, they missed it. Oh, yeah, they missed it.
The one on top? There was another picture that showed the tops, but I didn't read if they.
Okay, so in this room, you're able to find Errol the squirrel.
They took a lot of pictures in that area. Right.
Okay.
I don't know if they said it.
No, they didn't say it. See, they even missed it. I mean, we didn't know about it until Rick Flicks told us about it. But if you look over here, this is Earl the Squirrel. So they're already hinting about the holidays. And this is, I was talking to another team member, and this is hint number one. Apparently, they're going to continue to add stuff to the store, leading into the holiday tribute store.
Okay. We still got to go every weekend.
So
I'm trying to find.
It may change. That's what they said. That it may change. Then you walk to the last room, which is the Halloween festival, and you know the haunted Hollow Hill. So now you're into the town festival, and look at this, just traditional, you know, festival decoration. Nothing fancy. Beautiful room. Honestly, this is the last room, and what you find is the items that I think they feel that is the most popular.
Right.
So they play with your eyes, like kind of like, oh crap, I forgot. You know what?
In case you missed it when you walked through that room.
I might as well get it now. You know that they play that trick, so that would make people like, okay, let me do it.
If you're in room 1 and then you see it again in room 4, you're like, it's a sign I should get it.
And then they have nothing but registers over here.
The registers were really cool how they did them.
Yeah. So yeah, the register going inside the town, you know. So that whole thing is beautiful. That's all that I can do to describe this tribute store and a lot of the houses.
I think it's just a beautiful year for Halloween.
It's beautiful. So anyhow, then you make it towards the end.
That's a lot of pictures.
I know, it's just it's insane. But we had it all in the video, and everybody. So FY, don't be surprised if Universal pulled this stunt, but everybody is asking Universal for these T-shirts to be being sold. If they don't sell it this year, who knows? They may bring it for next year. But they have a lot of cool shirts. And this is the room or the exit that we have to start watching out, because that's how they did the one for the summer. In this last section, that's when they started adding clues. So most likely, we already know that who knows that this is where they're gonna be putting things for the holidays. So this is some of the samples that they use. Again, nothing fancy. If you look at the shirts, there's nothing fancy about this shirt. It's just like either funny or catchy phrases. The graphics are not insane. But believe it or not, people are begging Universal to make these shirts.
Wow. So,
despite the amount of merchandise that we already have, people are dying for those. Look at these cups. You know, this is Major Co. You know, obviously I put the pumpkin there, but that's in reference to the pumpkin lord. So, anyhow, that's how beautiful. And then they had to add the touch of the electric chair they used to have in the classic Monster Cafe. So it's everything. They thought about everything. Michelle said they're doing the Death Eaters in Diagon Alley this year. I haven't heard anything. Chances are by now they're not going to do it because they're taking it to Hollywood. And that usually by this time every year they already have it.
Right.
It's already in place. So I don't know why they wouldn't do it, but they haven't announced it. All right, so let's talk about a little bit of the food. So this popcorn bucket, keep an eye on it because this is celebrating Dia de los Muertos, and it's moving like hotcake. I mean, it's not only the Frankenstein bucket, but everybody's noticing that you can turn on the light and you can see them. You see a bunch of people with this popcorn bucket at night.
Yeah,
and they were moving them quick. This popcorn bucket, let's see, it was, I forgot looking at the price, but it has to be like $30 something dollars. Yeah. You can only buy it at the, because they also have it on Hollywood. But this is in Hollywood. But we have it here, but it's located by Cafe La Bamba. So they have like a booth over there that looks like celebrating Dia de los Muertos, or the one that is all yellow and red. They're the one that had that bucket. So I'm telling you, people are going for them like crazy. There's 4 stay and screen areas, something that everybody needs to be aware of. If the park closes at 5, that means you must be in the park before 5. If it's 5, trust me, those gates are gonna close on you. They don't care.
They're quick.
They're quick to close it on you. You have to be in the park. You have to have a ticket for the day, or if you're an annual pass holder, then you are able to go in, or you have to have the screen stay and screen ticket in order, and that's like $30 or $40 extra in order to be able to take advantage of this. So they have the Springfield area. If you go to that area, you could go to the weekend in Universal Monsters. So from 5:30, that's basically what they do. So they ask you, which house do you want to go? You want to go to weekend? You want to go to the Monsters? And then you choose which area, which house you want to do. It still gives you an advantage because let's say you do the weekend, and by the time you get out, who knows, Monster maybe at 25 minutes.
Right.
Versus later on in the night, it's gonna be, because those 2 houses barely dropped from 45 minutes. It was between 45 minutes to we saw it up to 120 minutes at one point. Then the Descendants of Destruction and Box, they open at 5:45. So let's say you are out of that area, you could head up to the Men in Black area and do either or of these houses. In the New York area, you go to the Spirits of the Coven. San Francisco, then you do Blumhouse, and that's in front of Richter's. And Production Central, that's basically in front of Today's Cafe, Backlash in front of the Hello Kitty store. That's how people identify it. Then you go to Hell Block Horror. Once you get out of that, then you could start jumping to the other houses. Why do you want to do Stay and Scream? Because again, the park doesn't open until 6 o'clock, but as of 5:30, you're already doing houses. That gives you 30 minutes ahead of everybody else. So by the time that everybody else start coming in, then you already might have 2 to 3 houses already done out of the 10 houses.
Correct.
So it gives you a full advantage over everybody. Then Hollywood went crazy again, just like us, adding so much merchandise for the Halloween Horror Nights. This is the first time that I've seen in history, in my opinion, or that I could remember, Hollywood coming as strong as we are this year. And they started it earlier. So, I mean, well, the cool thing about it is that we all share the same merchandise. So the only thing you're gonna find in Hollywood that we don't have is Killer Clown, but some of that merchandise we already had in prior years. They just changed the dates, and they have the movie Nope. We don't have that because that's part of Terror Tram and Us, but we did have the Us house. So it's merchandise that we have seen.
So hopefully it's not gonna hurt our wallet when we go there.
Galileo has this shirt, same concept. The only thing that changes is the character because we don't have Killer Clown.
That's the only one that changes.
Yeah, and
no, that's the only one that changes.
Yep, that's it. That's it. So the same concept, Never Go Alone hoodie, same shot glasses. We have them over here again for the exception of the Killer Clown things. Picture frames, the same thing. So if you're worried about what you could find over here versus over there, you have nothing to fear because for the first time ever, we're sharing the same merchandise.
Except that I think Killer Clowns is
it's the only thing they have, but we already had it over here. So unless you're a Killer Clown super mega fan, then you don't have nothing to worry about. But everything, obviously, this is gonna change because it's showing the houses. So of course they have Killer Clown. They only have 8 houses. We had 10. So obviously, I do own that shirt. So I know my shirt is about the Scare Zones.
Yeah, we don't have that.
So that's the only thing changed. But they use this shirt for houses. They use it over here for the excursions.
Right.
That's what they did.
No, I think we have the one for the houses here too. It's just that we didn't get it.
This one,
We have that. It's just
yeah, that's the same thing we have. So same shirt that we have over here. We have this one over here as well.
we don't have that.
Yes, we do.
Do we?
Yeah, this one is in 5 and Dime, right next to, like, when you go to 5 and Dime, they have it like this on like, I think small all the way to large, and then in the other section is extra large, and we have seen this shirt up to 4X, just so you know. And then in the other side, then you can find this original one. So you got the same magnets, the same thing. So that's the only difference. Now everybody's going banana about this cap. Little Boo is causing a sensation. Now, Little Boo had nothing to do with Hollywood. So Hollywood people, I mean, Universal is being smart because they're saying, okay, Little Boo is becoming a hit. Why don't we just bring it to Hollywood? Because then Hollywood people can actually buy the Little Boo merchandise. But Little Boo had nothing to do at all with Hollywood. But the hat is cute. We have this hat. I told you before.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to get it. So anyway, same merch.
We don't have that, do
We do not have this. No. No, we do. It got sold out, but they haven't brought any more.
That wasn't. I'm assuming that wasn't
In All Hallows Eve. Yes. Doesn't mean that they're not gonna bring it again.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure
But,
they have it by now.
yeah. And the price is $45. We had it for a few days, and it got sold out, and they haven't brought it anymore. Same ornaments that we have, same leggings, Little Boo leggings that we have. Kyla almost wanted to get this one, but they're too long for her because these go all the way to the knee or below the knee.
Yeah, it'll come here.
So yeah, she almost wanted me to buy her this. This darn blanket is like $70. Kyla has this headband.
She did not wear it.
And you have the earrings.
You do.
Which you.
I love Little Boo.
Karen loves Little Boo the first night.
I was so mad.
We do have this. We do have this as well. We do not have this fan. At least I haven't seen it. It may be in All Hallows Eve.
It might be out by now.
But
that's cute though.
It is cute. So they have a bunch of cute things. We do have the candles. And these are the deck also. We have that too. This tumbler, I don't remember seeing it.
I don't either.
I don't remember seeing it. Doesn't mean that we will not get it, but I don't remember seeing this sign. This sign, by the way, the minute it came out, it got sold out 3 times. Now you can find it everywhere. My zipper. I was able to get it, people. I didn't bring it over here, but I got it. It's the cutest thing in the world.
It's like this big.
Kyla.
Yes. Can you bring Little Boo over here, the zipper? Okay.
And then after that, we have a question for you for the live. So yeah, same thing. Anyway, let me move on with more stuff. Okay. Let's talk about the houses really quick. I'm not gonna give you any spoiler.
Hey people.
So that's our Little Boo. I said that we're gonna get it in on the last live stream, and you bet your bottom dollar. I mean, I saw it. I was like,
now we.
I'm getting it for me. It's the cutest thing in the world.
Mind you, we haven't used it yet,
and we're not going.
We just came home.
It's for decoration.
So anyway, that's Little Boo. The chat had a question earlier. Do you like last year Halloween Horror Nights better than this year, or you prefer this year?
Honestly, I think last year.
You like last year?
Yeah.
Why?
Last year because this is a tough question.
It is a tough question.
I think last year because it felt like they had their stuff together more.
everything was more organized. And I'm not saying this year it felt less organized, and it felt like some houses were rushed. Like some houses were just, they had the concept, but then they threw everything in.
Oh, well, because y'all about descendants of destruction.
Yeah, like some.
Yeah.
They had it, and then they just threw everything
Miss
in.
Sheila says hi, Kyla.
And hi, and last year what we had Stranger Things, right?
No,
No, we didn't.
we haven't had Stranger Things since 2019.
What is up with that universe?
We had Crypt TV. Crypt TV Scare Zone, which Kyla say was better last year than this year. Because right now it's like Coven and whatever.
Oh, for sure last year.
For sure.
Man, everything Witch, I was so ready for, and they dropped the ball.
Yeah, but I think don't you like their how original this year is, and how much he has given and allow Universal to be more creative?
Yes, some of them yes, the others no. They need to stop.
They need to stop.
They just want specific shows from Netflix to have a house.
Because I was so excited last year that they were gonna have Fear Street, and they didn't have it this year.
So you're looking.
And Stranger Things, I kind of knew that they were gonna have it because it's been like, as soon as Stranger Things came out, we had like 3 months before.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I kind of knew that wasn't gonna happen, but I wanted First Street because it was out for a long time. So that would have been such a killer house.
Well, yeah. So you're looking more for IP houses rather than original, or half and half.
Half and half, because I would have been okay with one IP house and then all original houses.
That's when you get Fear Street or Stranger Things. Yeah, I can see that.
No, still an IP house, because we had Freaky and the Black Phone, but it was 2 houses together. The Black Phone was really good though. I enjoyed that one, not Freaky.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Bye, peoples.
So, and you gotta start getting ready to go to bed. Legends Collide is one of the original houses. This is gonna be. We have our house in here is different than the one in Hollywood, so I'm eager to see the differences.
Me too.
Everybody that we have spoken to, this house is within the first 3 or 4 spots.
Yeah.
We love it. We enjoy this house a lot. The amount of details is insane. And Universal creative team did an amazing job. The weekend. Here's what happened with the weekend. What we figured was going to happen, it happened. The weekend was the underdog. Everybody thought that what the heck in business the weekend has to do in a house. But let me tell you something. I've been saying it for the longest. All you have to do is watch his videos. His videos are insane. They are so insane that if you were to just go and do a YouTube search, some of the videos are going to tell you that unless that you are over the age of 18, you cannot watch it. And it's not because it's sexually high content. It's because they are extremely gory. So the weekend, as expected, is within the three spots. I mean, it's been flirting between the first and second house in many people that we had talked to. Is it scary? No.
It's not scary, but it's kind of spooky. You know what I mean? Like it has like
it's out there.
It's out because it's out there. So
it's out there.
I think out of that one, Legends Collide or Dead Man's Pier, that one's the scariest. I would say
because it's out there.
Because it's all freaky. Look at that face. Like you know.
And
what
it
I mean?
makes you believe you're inside his video.
And you get caught up with the music, and that's how they scare you.
So the whole thing starts again. This is part of the video. Everything that you're gonna see in this house is part of the video, but seeing it in person is just like extremely insane. Again, these pictures are from people that have media access, so of course they were invited, so they're able to have this. This one comes from Universal themselves. So imagine that you're walking to this room and you see all this. And what happened?
One of them moves.
Yeah, and spoiler alert: not all of them are real, but all of them look insane like this. Again, very creative. It's insane. Um,
That guy's freaky.
Yeah, that guy is freaky. So, weekend for some people came across as a surprise. We've been calling it because I seen his videos. If you watch his Super Bowl performance, you already knew it was gonna be out there. And just so you know, spoiler alert, there's gonna be a scene that it reminds you of the Super Bowl because you're gonna be legit almost blinded by the lights, walking through mirrors. So
A lot of lights, very loud.
a lot of strobing lights.
Strobing lights.
So
Be careful if you.
and it's so dark in some parts that you could eat, and between that and the strobe lights, you could easily get lost.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Freaky and Blumhouse. Honest review, I could care less about Freaky.
Yeah.
I thought that was a waste of time.
They could have just not put that part on.
Yeah, when you actually look at the black phone, very well done.
Very well done, but I think they were missing a lot. They could have done better.
Yeah, well,
They could have put more scare actors and more of the scenes in there.
yeah,
I think the time and effort they put into the freaky part, they should have scratched all that out and made it more into the phone.
the black phone.
Yeah.
Well, is there something with? I think it's something. There has to be something with Blumhouse because every time that we have a Blumhouse house, they have to show two
To the movies.
movie. Just in case you don't know what
part of the
Blumhouse is, so they're the creator of The Purge. Just so you know as well. So, that's why it is so into Universal Halloween Horror Nights. So, this house maybe rank in the middle. Maybe 6, 7, you know, maybe. Then you have, there you go, Miss Sheila. This one's for you. Bugs eaten alive. A lot of people liked it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Kyle and Kalel enjoyed it. They didn't think it was scary. They actually thought that it was funny. I can care less about this house. It was just like as it sounded. It was very disgusting. What is that house about? Well, you have this company that is very well known for fumigating, and something goes wrong. They use the wrong chemical or too much of the chemical, and that has some kind of reaction.
Chemical that wasn't tested, I think.
Yes, they had some kind of reaction on the bugs, and that's how it happened. Are there bugs alive in this one in comparison to all times? No, thankfully, no. There's no bugs alive.
There's no real bugs in it.
Right. Is it the best house? A lot of people like it. A lot of people are enjoying it. I don't care about the house. I feel like they should have used this for something else. But you're gonna see images like this. It does give you the feel like you're being attacked by the bugs, just so you know, like you can feel roaches and you hear them. There's a part that you feel that something in your legs too. So,
I feel that.
yeah, they did
I
that.
felt that there's a dark spot, like a dark spot, and I felt stuff from the top of it.
Yeah. This is an image of what happens when
A bug bites.
a bug bites you and is mutating and all that. So
I'm okay not doing it again for that whole time. I'm done.
again,
I'm
Kyle,
sure the kids are gonna want to.
yeah, Kyle and Kalel enjoyed it.
Yeah,
A lot of people enjoy that.
a lot of people enjoyed
We
it.
talked to other content creator friend of ours, and they say, you know what, I
Bugs
enjoyed
was
it.
good.
It was really good for us. Now for them, it wasn't the top 3, but maybe 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
It was in the middle. It was competing.
Halloween is going back to the original. Beautiful job of what they did with this house. It made you feel like you were in the film.
Yeah.
To the point that you see Michael as a kid.
You see Michael a lot in this one.
Michael as a ghost. If you go back to the original movie, you will know what I'm talking about. The part that he's dressed up like a clown, the part that he's dressed up like a ghost, you know. Amazing job by Universal recreating this house. That of course you walk through a zone where there's multiple Michaels and you don't know who the heck is the real Michael. and that can get you.
Clear.
Could. I mean,
Well, I say clearly they can go.
yeah, I guess so. I enjoy Halloween. This is one of Khalil's favorite. Just so you know, it's for Khalil is probably ranking between the top 3 or 4. He enjoyed it. He's a number 4. He's been there already twice, and he loves this one. So then you have Hell Block Horror, which for me that was horror. It was not. It was horrible. So you're in a prison, and the prisoners start becoming wild and mutating, and that's it. You see how easy to actually review this. Here's Hell Block Horror. Here's what happened, and we're done. That's it. That's the amount of excitement for that one, just so you guys know. Then you have Descendants of Destruction. Let me tell you about Descendants of Destruction. Descendants of Destruction is the one that we as a family didn't enjoy. However, for a lot of people, is one of their favorites. Reason being is because the house is very detailed. First of all, is the first house that they do in a tent that has so many things inside the tent. Mm-hmm. It has broken record. So when you go in there, it's beautiful. So what is Descendant of Destruction about? So this is a post-apocalypse. And basically, the survivors are actually hiding in the tunnels of this subway. But the mutants get into the subway. And then the survivors start turning into cannibals. And then from cannibal, they turn into mutations. So that's basically the story about this. As you see around, I don't know if they have footage or they have picture, but even if you watch this facade, this is a facade. That's outside. You're not even inside. It is beautiful. I mean, they did a lot of great details. So here you go. You have one other character. This is a house that I want to give it a second chance. Yeah. I want to go and I want to see if it will change my opinion on this house. We rated it we ranked it very low, but I want to give it a try. It is a very the storyline is very solid. Not a lot. But I tell you what, in that tent, they had a lot of details. Spirits of the Coven. This was the number one house the house that Karen and Kyla were so hyped about. Like they could not stay quiet talking about it because they wanted to experience it.
It was a letdown.
It was the biggest disappointment.
And for a lot of people.
Now,
Kyla knew it all along.
The reason being is because we feel the Universal had a golden opportunity and they lost it. They didn't deliver. Had they done like this house ends towards the end of this house, that's what everybody was expecting. If they would have done that from the beginning, or they would have given us just a little bit of a story of how everything started like changing and concentrating on the end, it would have been one of the best houses potentially ever made for Halloween Horror Nights. But no. All that it was is you go back to the 1950s or something like that, and you see the 1920s. Look at this. And they concentrate a lot in the 1920s. So you travel through story from 1920. And then they say the room transition from meat plant to hat shop to speakeasy and beyond as we descend deeper into the lair. Clues all around. If you were looking, drinks in the speakeasy had eyeballs in them, a small table in the gambling room, had a bundle of sage and crystal. So this is how they start becoming, more into the witchcraft or whatever. But it was too slow. I mean, they spent everything. Just picture you going and seeing the citizens of 1920s, and then you go into the bars, and then the scene changes, and you're into another scene in the same bar to another scene.
They didn't do a good way. They didn't transition that.
And then finally at the end, then you see them as like what we say. When you say spirits of coven, then you think about a witch, an evil witch. You know what I mean? Doing
witchy stuff,
evil stuff.
Yeah.
But nope, they only did this.
They could have gone in so many directions with witches, but it was a letdown.
And it's not only us. Everybody's saying it's the largest disappointment on Halloween Horror Night. Then you have Fiesta de Chupacabras. I was right, people. I was right. Fiesta de Chupacabras probably ranks between again, you have a lot of competition, so we'll say between 5, 6. I said between the 5 or 6 spot in the middle. And I was expecting that. However, depending how you take it, it could be within the first 4 spots. Fiesta de Chupacabra, what happened is that people celebrate and honor the Chupacabras. And you don't realize, but what they're doing is they're preparing you to be hunted by the Chupacabras.
Well, you're a sacrifice.
You're the sacrifice. So you're there into their fiesta, which means party, and you're in their town and blah, 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 blah. So they involve you into the whole story, and it's like a party. And you go over there and you see a lot of like colors and masks, like in the environment. It's like, oh my God, this is pretty cool. And then you start seeing the Chupacabras. Now, when you hear about it, the citizens they're celebrating him and honoring the Chupacabras, but they're talking about that it's only a myth.
Right. It's only a myth.
It's only a myth. You hear it over and over and over, but what they're doing is that they're using you as a sacrifice, which is interesting. So look at that. This was such a beautifully designed house. You enter into a pueblo, which means town, and Rosalia, the mask maker, is during her mask welcoming you. Facades are in the pueblo for each building we eventually travel through. All seemingly fully realized that it's first seen the house in large scale with fireworks erupting throughout the town. So you enter into a party. They make you feel like, oh, nothing's going to happen. And then the villagers are all in mass. We see the Chupacabra silhouette earlier on and repeatedly, but only see the beast itself later on, but multiple times. They reused the beloved American Werewolf in London puppet and our mods, and that's true, but it doesn't look exactly the same thing because Universal tend to do a lot of, they know how to reuse their props.
I mean, they're expensive, so
yeah.
They got to figure out how to reuse them. It's another beautiful house.
It is a beautiful house, but you see how they use the tradition and they involve you. They make you think that they're inviting you to this fiesta and they're guiding you. They're luring you to go to the Chupacabra. It is amazing. This one, Dead Man's Pier. So as you are entering this is what you see. And I don't know if they're going to show us picture, but just take a look of everything that they show us. And let me see what they say. Demon's Pier is an original house. It's a
sequel
from Scare Zone Dead Man's Wharf, and that's true. Now, as you're entering, you're inside the boat. So what it is that you happen to be in a village, New England village, and all of a sudden this ship arrived and they started attacking you.
Yeah.
But obviously they have become monster because what they're doing is they're trying to get you, kill you, and bring you to their ocean. It looks like Pirates of the Caribbean, to be honest with you. Michela said, I think they should have gone more towards the alien like Chupacabra.
I think they follow the Mexican story of the chupacabra, which is more like a beast, like a dog beast.
Yeah.
Or I think more the other one is more like that standing thing where it's like, so it's two. There's different legends for the same.
Yeah, I told you. I mean, the more that you look into it, everybody describes it differently.
Yeah.
Oh, and the cool thing, there was part of the house that you see dead animals too.
Yeah.
So it actually stuck to the myth.
Yeah. They didn't show it. Huh?
Okay. Review. One word. Wow.
It is.
I'm telling you, everybody is.
That's the number one. I really think
house.
that's number one for just about everybody.
So this may already be the greatest Halloween Horror Nights house in the history of the legendary event. And then this person said, I have honestly never emerged from the first run of a house with that group. All simultaneously look at each other and in unison agreed that the house was the best we have seen, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
You go to this house and that's what you hear in the background, people talking. It's so thoughtfully constructed with
the intricate multi-level sets that are visible from multi-scenes, creating a connected vista across the entire house. So it is a multi-level house. So I think this is the first time that it's a kind of like a multi-level. So you go up and then you're coming back down. So it's really cool.
The scares are well thought out to offering some creative concept. It feels like the designers put all of their heart and soul into this one, pulling out every trick from the past 30 years of Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes. It's amazing. It's an amazing house.
It is amazing. It's beautiful.
Even you can feel the weather change.
The weather
in the middle, like towards the middle of
because
the house.
It's happening. Obviously, it's in winter.
Yeah,
that's the name of the house. Winter's wake, so you could feel that it's
winter
snow. Like
I don't know where it starts. Like you can feel rain.
Snow. You can feel the rain and the snow.
So it's an amazing house. Again, if you have to miss a house, if you don't have time to do all of them, this is not the one you want.
Let me see what they did over here. They showed it because. See, again, this person has credential to be media. And obviously the camera that they're using is not the best because it's not this dark. I promise it's not as this dark.
Well, maybe they made it darker, so they wouldn't give up. It's a beautiful house.
Well, look at that. So look at this. Look at this effect. Every single detail of this house is just like beyond. Let's see if I can put this. There you go. Now, obviously, as we mentioned, it's not the scariest thing in the world either. However, look at the amount of details going on at the same time. And I the video doesn't do any justice, I promise. This character is amazing.
There's like 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. And then you walk out. And by the way, there's a part that you look up and you see the lighthouse. They even have a lighthouse in that studio. So see, this is the part that Karen is saying. You see how you go up?
There's a lighthouse.
You see the lighthouse on the top? I am telling you, one of the best houses in the history. They're right.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this year for Halloween Horror Nights, they didn't go more for the scares as they did for
the gore.
Yeah, as they did for just making them pretty.
And that's what a lot of people are saying, that they didn't feel like a horror night because it wasn't as gory.
Yeah.
But look at this effect. Look at this. And just hearing the you guys heard the wind. You hear the winds. You hear the violin. So I mean, a very well done house.
Yes.
That's all we gotta say. It was, and we've done it multiple times. So, all right.
And I think that's one that we will continue to do just about every time we go.
Last but not least, for Universal, This is something came out. They are repeating the Scarecrow stock. However, this is the most expensive one of all.
Yeah.
Because for $10, you actually get the map and you get this little boo over here.
Which is not the expensive part, right?
That's not the expensive part. However,
I want to do it just for that one because that one's cute.
Yeah. For $10, you get the map and the little blue sun catcher ornament. That's only $10. The thing is they have a total of 13 of them, and each of them costs, I think it was like $12 to $13. So each of the store that you go to have a different one, and if you want it, you have to buy it separately, and that's the problem. That's when it becomes very expensive. Somebody did the math. And they said if you're gonna buy all of them, I think it's a total of $156 to get all the sun catchers. Because you see, you can buy them all for $12. That's what each. So you go around and identify them.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Where the red lady used to be.
Where it used to be, yeah. So you go around and you identify them, but that's pretty much it. It's like a scavenger hunt, but what they're doing is they're giving you a little boo up front. Before you will do the scavenger hunt and you will redeem it and they give you that. So, but anyway, you can find it on the store. So we haven't done this one. Once we come back, we'll do it because it's always fun, and then we show them to you. Moving right along really quick. Let me look at the time.
Yeah.
D23. A lot of people don't know what the D23 is. D23 is the reason why we're going to California, guys. D23 happens to be the largest Disney fan convention. Therefore, this happens every other year, and it's always in Anaheim Convention Center, or pretty much in front of Disneyland. So what's happening with D23? We're gonna be able to see Walt Disney plane. You know, this is where you see different expo. You see Disney Legends. Let me show you more of this. So, for example, on Friday, you see the Disney Legends Award ceremony. So this is where they recognize different actors or different contributors toward the it could be movies, it could be anything. And then the Simpsons. Then the Simpsons was happening. You're gonna have people that actually make the Simpsons. It could be even the voiceovers of the Simpsons. You know, they haven't given so many details, so you go and you basically are able to listen to them, even ask questions. Anyways, the only part that I don't like is that this is our first time, so my understanding is that if you wanted to watch any of the panel, the lines were astronomical. There were people that will make lines the night before. So the city of Anaheim plus the convention center said that is no longer going to happen. So if you want to basically see a panel, you kind of have to like choose which one you want to look at, and they put you like in a random lottery, and whatever they give you, that's all that you could do. That's the part that I'm not liking. So for example, I look at the time, and the part that I didn't know, because they didn't explain this very well, it made you feel like I could choose the order that I wanted to for the whole entire day. I didn't know that they're only going to give me one per day. So for example, I said, okay, so in this morning time, I'm a fan of Cesar Millan. I might as well watch Cesar Millan because I can guarantee you not a lot of people may want to see Cesar Millan. Right. That was my thought process, right? But what happened is that I didn't know that by choosing Cesar Millan, basically, I lost the opportunity to see anything else that is being offered for the entire day in the different stages. So that's the part that kind of upset me. Not so much on Friday. My anger is this one over here, because I want to see the Marvel Studio, Lucasfilm, and 20th Century Studios. In case you didn't know, this is where they're probably going to make the announcements of the newest movies, newest show. They may bring some of the actors to talk, you know. So obviously I lost the opportunity for this. And the most important one that everybody And the reason why I really wanted to go was the Disney park experiences and product. This is the one that we must watch out, because this is where Disney is going to come up with all the new concept for their parks from this point forward. This is where they announce the newest attraction. This is what they're probably going to say. Okay, we already announced the Splash Mountain is changing. So we're going to formally announce the starting on whatever, March of 2023. We're shutting down both rides, and we're expecting to reopen it with Princess Diana theme by whatever, January 2024. That's why everybody wanted to go this one. This is the most important one of all, and it's happening on Sunday. Now, you guys and myself, because obviously I wasn't chosen to go, can watch D23 live. What I'm going to be doing, I got to track. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be tracking the news regardless. So we're going to be talking about the major announcements. So all that you have to do is also keep an eye on our social media, mostly Instagram and Facebook, because we're going to break down a lot of the news, because we're going to be getting it there live. We're going to be there. We're going to hear about it. People are going to be talking about it. So also with D23, they actually bring vendors. Why is the vendor so important? Because you can only get exclusive vendors. So for example, D23 is kicking off the 100-year celebration of the Walt Disney Company. They already have announced that starting this coming up year, they're going to be moving the celebration through different states. We're expecting on this Friday, to hear how is Walt Disney World or Disney Company is going to celebrate that 100-year celebration. And it could be like, hey, we're going to continue to celebrate throughout the country, including Walt Disney World playing. And we're going to start in this city and town, and we're going to end out Walt Disney World, which in fact, or Disneyland, whatever, which in fact we're going to celebrate the 100-year celebration on whatever, November, blah, 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 of 2023. Expect more news to come. And this is the first time you're going to find Disney merchandise with the 100-year celebration. You will not be able to find it anywhere in the world.
That's dangerous.
So that's number one. Number two, there are exclusive items. For example, people like Karen and Kyla who love Pandora, who love Loungefly so much, they are actually debuting things only for D23. She-Hulk, which is the newest Marvel series on Disney Plus, they already announced their actual merchandise will be exclusive for D23. That means the shopdisney.com cannot come and say, well, we're going to sell this specific shirt for She-Hulk. It means that you can only find it first over here in D23, and then you might not be able to find that shirt or whatever they have over here. You know, that means that Disney is going to create something else, but you're not going to be finding whatever everybody else is going to have. That is what is such a big deal. Disneyland merchandise, Walt Disney World merchandise, it is like insane. Like, it's going to be exclusive, and that's pretty much it. So that's how this, for what I'm understanding, is happening in this section on the Market Expo over here. This is pretty much what is going to happen. And for what I've been told, this whole section is huge. Also,
it's the biggest.
Right. Also, in order for you or anybody to buy, meaning us, if we want to buy that day, starting at 6 in the morning or 1 p.m. in the app, we have to join a virtual line.
Oh, jeez.
So I have to wake up at 6 in the morning, well, before 6 in the morning, go to the Disneyland app, just like any virtual line, and join the virtual line for D23 Expo, for D23 Marketplace. And again, this is something that then I'm assuming I'm gonna have a return time
Yeah.
and all that, because people said that in years prior the line was like 3 hours wait time. So you want to buy something, people were making a line for 3 hours. They wanted to buy something for Star Wars, they were making another line for 3 hours. They want to buy something for Marvel, another line for 3 hours. So that's how they actually resolve that issue, by doing a virtual line, and they're gonna give you a return time, and that's how they're gonna do it. So if you don't get a return time or you don't have virtual line, then you're doomed. That's pretty much what it narrows down to. Michela said, I can't wait to see your videos from D23. Looking forward to them. You're gonna have a few. I don't know how I'm gonna break it down. Maybe day 1, day 2, and day 3. We'll see. The merch will be my biggest weakness. I will spend a fortune. That's probably gonna happen to me as well. I already know. For example, if let's see, 100-year wall. I know they initially they came up with an image of the seller. This is the main image. They came out and announced that like maybe 6 months ago when Disney broke the news. So I'm expecting to see something similar to this.
For changing the Mickey and Minnie.
Mm-hmm. And I already know that if it has the 100-year celebration, I am gonna get it. Especially if it's this image over here. This is classic Mickey and Minnie. I'm a fan.
Not even classic. They changed it.
Yeah, well, they have to. Yeah. And maybe not. Again, I don't. This is. I don't know if this is the actual image. Okay, the destination D23 announcement. So I don't know if this is the image that they shows. Anything can happen. I'm just showing you an example of what we can see. They haven't said, okay, this is the image, but I'm saying that if I see this 100 years, I'm gonna have it. Yeah. So because I'm a fan of classic, and again, you bet your bottom dollar that everything that they're probably gonna be selling in there dealing with Mickey or Walt or Disney per se is gonna be 100 year, and you cannot find that anywhere. I mean, so I will be spending a few bucks here and there. So that's for D23. So we're gonna be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. So I'm super excited. Our first time visiting. Oogie Boogie Bash. Let's talk some Oogie Boogie Bash. So Oogie Boogie Bash is Disneyland after our Halloween party celebration. They actually start tomorrow, Tuesday, with the first party. And then the second party is exclusive for D23 members on Saturday. Obviously, because of planning, we ended up choosing to go on Saturday because it was hard to pull the kids from school for more days.
I know.
Than school.
Gets in the way. Just
so
like
we ended up doing, we're going to go on Saturday, but you're probably going to be, there's already things going on. So I'm going to tell you what to expect to see from our videos. We will be there on Saturday, and that may be the day of D23, then we may have to cut it short because first of all, the 4 of us will be there.
Right.
Second of all, I think we have early access, which is starting at 3. And everybody says when you have early access for Oogie Boogie, get it because you're going to be able to experience it earlier. And I think it runs on to 11 or 12. I can't remember. 11. So I'm going to take advantage of that. So we're going to be there. This is what the website said. By the way, Oogie Boogie Bash is completely sold out. So unfortunately, even though we show you this and you're planning to go next month, you're not going to be able to unfortunately go because it's already sold out for the entire season. But if they bring it next year, then at least you know what to expect. What's happening with Oogie Boogie Bash. Yesterday, it was the cast member event. So I'm gonna let Karen tell you what's happening. So it was discovered yesterday that in the treat trails, the following
characters
characters will be
so
there.
you're gonna have Madame Mim, who's from The Sword in the Stones. You have Ernesto de la Cruz, which is from Coco. You have Mother Gothel from Rapunzel. You have Maleficent. You have Oogie Boogie. You have Cruella. You have Sid. You have Agatha, and Dr. Facilier.
So Madame
Mim, Ernesto, and Mother Gothel are all new this year. They're being released this year.
And according to this, then there's gonna be meet and greets, and this was announced a few days ago. And
so Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle are gonna be the Sanderson sisters. They're gonna be dressed like the Sanderson sisters. Bruno's gonna be there, and you're gonna have your the Disney duos, the Marvel heroes. Halloween Mickey and Minnie, The Incredibles. Everything else is kind of the same. Pixar pals, swashbuckling sidekicks, Lightning and Mater, Sinister Step and Repeat villains, and the classic animated Friends. So I think everything else is pretty much the same that they usually do in the past years, but Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle as the Sanderson sisters, and Bruno are the new ones coming out this year.
All that we can share with you is that based on people that we watch that have attended to this event before, not different than our Mickey Not So Scary Halloween. These are going to be long lines.
Yeah.
We are not going to be, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make these lines because they said it could be maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
So imagine
we're probably going to try to walk by and take pictures of them, but we're not going to. So if you see a picture from us with random people, that's why.
That's why or in the video, I'm going to just stop and just show it to you guys, but I can't do that. So for example, here in Mickey Not So Scary Halloween, you can meet Jack Skellington and Sally. And that alone could be 4 to 5 hours away, just so you guys know.
So that's a whole party.
Right. So they said that these ones are going to be at least 2 hours. So, this is an expensive party, and I want to experience it as much as we can.
Right.
So I'm not going to, as much as I would love to see Bruno.
Yeah.
I can't.
Or take a picture of Bruno.
Yeah. Now, they are, let me do this because if not, allow me 1 second, guys. I'm going to shut some of these windows because it's already slowing down some of the things. So Disney came a few days ago and made the announcement, and of course, like I told you yesterday, they had the cast member preview or cast member party. I don't know if it's a preview or it's just a party for them, but they had it yesterday. So videos are already coming out, but I guess that we use. So that's what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
So they're dressed up like the Sanderson sister, and I would love to take picture with them, but I cannot wait.
That line's gonna be huge just because it's the Sanderson sisters.
Now I can tell you, there's a lot of people who I was telling Karen, there's a lot of people who are upset about Disney's decision. Originally, when the news broke down about them dressing up like the Sanderson sister, the promos came from the cruise line. So everybody thought that it was only exclusive for the cruise line. So guess what happened?
The cruise lines got booked.
A lot of people got the cruise line.
And guess what?
Now they came to it, and that was announced 2 or 3 days ago that they were going to be on Oogie Boogie Bash. So a lot of people are not happy. But hey, I guess Disney's like, I cannot make everybody happy. Oh well.
Never.
All right. So with that said, I found the Entertainment Connection that I follow in Twitter. Hold on, let me show this off, because if not, we're gonna be competing. So this is a parade that they have in Oogie Boogie Bash, but I know I'll show you more in the video. So this is now we're getting into the character. This is No, I got that.
No, I don't.
Mother
Gotham.
Gotham. Listen to your mother. So that's kind of cool to see. There you go, Karen. Madame Mim happens to be there.
Hector de la Cruz.
From Coco. So that's what we're going to see. And that's Bruno. Look at Bruno, how cool it is. So according to Bruno, for what I saw somebody interviewing him, he said that he was there because what's her face?
I don't remember. The little one?
The cousin, the niece.
The main one?
Yeah, the main one. That she said that Oogie Boogie Bash is a very nice place to be at. So he got curious and ended up going to Oogie Boogie Bash. So he cannot wait to show and talk to everybody in the town about it. So anyway, so you get to even say Ernesto de la Cruz. Remember Me. Remember that song from Coco? So again, we get to see a lot of these cool characters, and I'm super excited about what happened? Michelle is another exciting news for Disney. Cast rehearsal officially began for Fantasmic at Disney Hollywood Studio, and a few days ago, Disney made a drop where he said they announced that it's coming soon. They're coming soon.
I'm hoping they add the newer movies to it.
Well, it's kind of cool because this is coming from Disney Parks. This is the horse's mouth, so this is how they announced that. Check this out. That was so cute. And did you know that now a lot of people are recreating that video?
Oh, I'm sure.
In TikTok. Look. Sure. So that's how Disney Parks decided to announce that it's coming soon.
I'm surprised it's taking them this long to really get that show back up and running. So I'm wondering if they added some of the newer stuff.
So look how they announced it. We've been waiting for this one. Cast rehearsal has begun, and that's how they drop it. Disney Parks. So what better than Disney Park announcing it, right? DVC Lounge coming to Tomorrowland at Disneyland in 2023. So just like they have lounges in here in I believe it's in Epcot is the main one they have. Now they're gonna have their own lounge in Tomorrowland in Disneyland. You can tell that they're trying to kind of like push DVC down there because they're actually building a brand new DVC building at the Disneyland Hotel as well. So you can tell that they're trying to traffic the DVC members down there too. Talking about our Mickey and Also Scary Halloween, September's completely sold out, and only 4 more October dates hit capacity. So this is
that's insane.
And
all that's gonna sell out.
And all of it is gonna be sold out. Now we do have more events that DCA has for Oogie Boogie Bash. I can guarantee you this is all gonna be sold out. So again, we're lucky we were able to experience it at the beginning. New Disney Parks Haunted Mansion and Paris TikTok text-to-speech voices.
Ooh, I gotta try that.
Michelle, you have TikTok? Apparently you were able to do that. So you could be Madame Leota, the ghost host, and you could be a Disney Pirates from Disney.
How do you do that?
I don't know. That's for you TikTokers to figure it out.
See the little mic?
Your ghost host, kindly use the new Disney Parks text-to-speech voices that have materialized. Any volunteers?
It's time to respond. Send us messages from somewhere beyond.
Avast, mateys! We are ready to celebrate Halloween with your pirate crew.
Hey, back. Hurry back. Be sure to use Disney Parks poses if you decide to join us.
Don't you love how Disney Parks is just dropping news now? So they are the one who dropped this through TikTok, actually, saying breaking Disney Park text to speech voices have materialized. So there you go. 4 steps to use the Disney new TikTok text to speech voices. Create a new post using the plus button. Edit the video, image, and hit next. Tap text and add your caption, and then tap text to speech button. Select the Disney voice you like to add. There you go.
I should do a Halloween Horror Night with Disney.
Oh, you're gonna be getting hate. Luis, hey, I'm new to the channel. I love it so far. Are you guys Latinos? Yes, we are, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining the family. First of all, welcome. And second of all, yes, we are Latino. We're both Puerto Rican. Karen was raised and born here in Virginia. Not born. Raised.
I was born in Puerto Rico. I was raised
in Virginia, and I've been in Florida now for almost 23 years. So, but yep, we're from Puerto Rico. We're Latinos. And as much as we love to launch a Spanish channel, unfortunately, time is insane for us. A lot of people are asking for Spanish.
We're flirting with it.
We've been flirting with that idea for the longest. It's just time. It's just so insane. But we've been getting requests lately. People want us to do a Spanish channel, which, in fact, we do have a Spanish channel. Yeah. We never announced it, but we do have a Spanish channel. It's just Karen and I. And we attempted 3 or 4 videos, and it was over a year ago, and then we stopped because it was too much. So we're concentrating basically on Cool Case Adventure, but it doesn't mean that we're not we're shutting down the idea to possibly do a Spanish channel. Mostly it's probably gonna be one video a week, but we shall see. Well, thank you for joining the family.
Thank you. Yeah. Where are you from?
This got me excited, Karen. So as of yesterday, Donald Duck and Daisy Duck meet and greets return to Donald's Dino Bash in Disney Animal Kingdom.
Oh, those are cute.
And these are cute, but if they're doing this, you know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means that for the holidays, we're gonna get our character back.
Oh yeah.
You know how they decorate in Dino Bash?
Yes.
And it's so cool to just talk to them. We're gonna get it.
I'm hoping.
We're gonna get it. So Luis says, I live in Puerto Rico. I'm going to HHN on the October 15th to see.
He's actually coming on the 5th.
On the 5th, I'm sorry.
No, he's at the 15th, but then he.
Okay, so down below he said the 5th, and you hope to see us over there. Never know, man. We're always there. Last year I think I went 10 times. You guys went 8 times. We already done 3. So most likely, who knows? We may break last year's record. We'd love to meet you. If you're there, follow us on Instagram. And then what you could always do, you could always watch our live or send us a reminder in Instagram and say, hey, if you guys can make it to the park on the 15th, I will be there. On the 5th, on the 5th, I would love to meet you. And a lot of people do that, and sometimes we're able to fit in our schedule and we'll make it, man. So you just never know. It's just that if you tell us ahead and then we don't have nothing crazy going on, most likely we'll do our part. I mean, we're meeting somebody I think this month, so I would love to. We would love to meet you too, man. We would love to meet you too, and hopefully our videos are helping you. We have more coming to you, so don't you worry about that. Have they said anything about what they are replacing Triceratops? No.
Maybe in D23. Maybe that one.
Maybe in D23. That's right.
Yeah.
I have the bad feeling that whole dino thing is gonna go away. I don't know why I had that bad feeling.
I don't think it did what they wanted it to do. So I think they're probably gonna have to reimagine the whole land.
But not only that, Animal Kingdom went from being like the top park to now
Yeah, it's kind of.
You know, and people can only do so much with animals. And yes, the reason why the safari and all of that gets slammed is because if you think about it, they don't have that many things going on. So they need to add. Animal Kingdom needs to expand for more, not so much thrilling rides, but they need to do something with it. So I have the feeling, unfortunately, I had that feeling that Dino World, Dino Land, whatever the heck they call it,
And USA.
It's gonna go away.
They should put Encanto in there.
Bingo.
They should make a whole line of Encanto, like the casita, and then do a whole bunch of stuff around.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, actually, that whole Dino thing could be the casita.
When she's jumping, when the
she's
casita's
jumping
falling
on the
apart.
stair,
Yeah, when it's falling apart.
So, yeah.
And the casita's kicking everybody out.
So, I don't know. Nothing has been announced, but I have the feeling Kevin is right.
I think
D23 may say something.
Yeah.
They may say it. You got Chip and Dale Chipmunk are also part of the meet and greet. They return. And I'm excited about that. This again, they're bringing back what people like. This is the reason why people go to Dino USA. It used to be for the spin things, and now they took it away.
That area has nothing. They have
it's the dinosaur ride.
Yeah, but that's not popular.
Some people like it.
Well, yeah, I'm saying, but it's not as popular. Like
hold on, dinosaur or Indiana Jones? I mean. Indiana Jones 100%.
Yeah.
Same ride, by the way. It's the same ride, but Indiana Jones is like amazing. So I don't know, guys. I have the feeling that that whole line is going to change. Now, we used to take the kids a lot over there because of the playground.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
And to meet characters. So then you take the character away because of the pandemic, and it takes you forever to bring them back.
I don't know why they took them. Well, I don't know why.
Took them so long. So honestly, other than Flato Passage, Everest, and the Safari, what does Animal Kingdom has to offer anymore? You could watch the Lion King show, okay, but that's it. I mean, I see a lot of people leaving the park super early. Like they are open, and by 1 or 2, they're gone.
Oh, they really should. If they don't make something with Encanto, they should really make like a whole water kid section.
No, because when it's cold and
it doesn't.
Yeah.
People from up north will still play in the water.
They need to take that whole thing away and redo the whole thing. Angela said, "Yep, that's what I was thinking, Karen." Michela is excited about Chip and Dale.
Oh, they're the cutest.
Now, they're preparing this for the holidays, guys. I do love Animal Kingdom during the holidays because my favorite part during the holiday happens to be in Dino USA. Because this is the amount of interaction that you could get with this character during the holidays. It is beyond amazing. So last year I was disappointed, obviously, that they didn't do it. Even in socially distant, they didn't do it. Right. So I had the feeling now that they're bringing them back, mark my words, they're coming, but they're coming with the whole holiday thing like they used to. Let's see. I think that's it, man. Let me see if anything else came out.
Popped up.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else that we have not discussed. Oh, this
flotilla.
The flotilla was added. So they added the character from Up to the flotilla, and then they actually added the character from the DuckTales in the flotilla. Ooh. Why are we still having flotillas?
They don't know what else to do with that water, that big water.
See, that's the part. They need to do something in Animal Kingdom. It's just like, I mean, you guys agree with me? You know what I mean? What is in Animal Kingdom anymore? Don't get me wrong. Animal Kingdom used to be my favorite part.
I still enjoy it.
But
it doesn't have a lot. They need more.
Okay,
used
so
to be
you go.
Epcot. It used to be Epcot that didn't have enough. Now it's
Now,
enough.
yeah, it's like they concentrated now everything Epcot, rightfully so. We needed it. We needed it.
So now they need to shift to
They
it.
started with Hollywood, then they shifted to Epcot.
So now they got
But they have to do something. What is it to be done? So you go to Animal Kingdom and you do what?
Everest, if it's working.
Yeah.
Flight of Passage.
Okay.
The Safari.
And
then you jump to another park.
oh, okay. So there you go. See what Disney needs to do.
Oh no, I forgot the Lion King show.
But what they need to do, Karen, they need to think about retention. They need to think about what can we do to retain guests or bring guests back.
Right.
So if you're gonna do this park hop thing, other than fly or passage, what can we offer that brings the guests back?
Correct.
And I don't think they're actually focusing on Animal Kingdom. Obviously, everything, the main focus pretty much is Magic Kingdom. It's the park that closes the latest. It's a park that has, per se, not the most space, but, things are a little bit more, a little bit spread out, compared to Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom is the biggest
Fun
park.
fact, Animal Kingdom is
It's
the
the
largest park
biggest.
on property. But obviously, it's so much in
Green area.
They haven't touched it. Animal Kingdom, they say the Animal Kingdom has so much space that they could build like another Animal Kingdom. But
If it's Magic Kingdom and its parking lot.
Yeah, in the park, like
A few times.
a few times. That's how large Animal Kingdom is. And you don't think about it, but it's insane. But what does Animal Kingdom have to retain guests? Yeah, but you do the safari and then what?
Yeah, no, he needs more.
I don't know. Juan Antonio, great content, guys. I will mention that the only excursion I did at Universal last Thursday was the Mummy.
Why? Why didn't you do more?
I am so sorry, my friend. I wish I would have met you that day. We had to pick up the kids.
Darn kids.
Always messing things up.
Getting in the way.
Yeah, I think Disney has to do.
Maybe the next.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe
I think after the 50th anniversary and the Epcot celebration, probably they'll probably start concentrating on.
Which that reminds me.
Nothing being.
You know what? If you are an annual pass holder right now, currently for Disney, make sure that you actually renew your annual passes because you could do it online or through the app. I have the feeling, please remind me, I have the feeling that in D23, we're finally going to hear what's going to happen with Epcot's 40th year anniversary.
Which is next month.
Exactly, on October 1st. And they're going to be probably talking about other things.
Right.
Other celebrations. So,
which I wouldn't be surprised if they say anything about Animal Kingdom.
So, I don't know. Well, I don't know. The whole thing is like weird.
Okay.
But Antonio, what he said now? I want to say thank you for helping me with my last minute trip last week. The hotel was amazing. I love it. You're welcome, man. We checked out today from Dockside. So I know you were in the front. Interesting review. Wait until you guys hear our review of Dockside. You're gonna be like, it's gonna be. Let me spoil it for you a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit like Halloween Horror Nights. So like you got part of the family that say yay, and the other part of the family saying I'm not 100% convinced.
It's not horrible though.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
But
I will stay there again.
But we just bring the pros and cons. That's
right.
That's what we do. But I like the hotel. The concept of the hotel.
The vibe of the hotel is amazing.
It reminded us of Cabana Bay.
Yeah.
A lot. And we like Cabana
The
Bay.
vibe alone is pretty cool. The food's pretty good too.
But wait until you see the review of Aventura and the review of Dockside. And I was telling the family that in less than a week and a half, we're going to end up filming a total of 5 hotel reviews. Because we had these 2 that we already did. We're staying at the Sheraton and closer to Universal Hollywood. So that's one of the 2 hotels by Universal property in Hollywood. That's hotel number 3. We're staying at the Grand Californian, hotel number 4, and then we're staying at the Disneyland Hotel. That will be hotel number 5. So you guys are gonna have plenty of hotel content in the next few months. For the price, I think it's okay. Dockside, it is fine.
Yes.
I mean, compared to like what's in the area and all that, and it is fine. I mean, I was just what we're gonna show in the video is us nitpicking.
Right.
Now, would I stay there again? Sure.
I would say that.
I don't.
The
have
kids
fun.
would love to stay there too.
Yeah. I like the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We actually, it's not in the video, but we actually had dinner last night over there
And breakfast.
and
It's
breakfast
not in
this
the video
morning.
either.
We didn't record that because it's like, you know.
I think we hardly ever.
But it's
record,
hard. Like in
food.
but in the hotels it's hard, Karen, because you know not everybody eats in the hotel or.
Well, we're being like anybody else. Like I'm saying, we're eating really, really late, so we don't record because we just want to eat, go take a shower, and go to sleep, kind of.
I had to.
Or like today, we were eating before we left, before we checked out. So
Well, I was
kind of
editing. I was
editing.
I was editing tomorrow's video.
Yeah. So
I had to
And
eat.
I was
work.
making my Starbucks line, which took way longer than getting food and getting the food upstairs. By the time I went and got my Starbucks, the family was done eating pretty much.
Yeah.
I had to re-warm up my food.
Yeah.
But
And,
Starbucks is like,
and Karen had to come home and work.
yes. So we're kind of like in there.
So we were a little bit in a rush. That's why I don't. I mean, something hotel food. I don't like recording in the hotels unless that we go to a restaurant. If it's the quick service,
it's a quick service.
it's a quick service. I don't want to make a big deal about a quick service.
But I'm gonna say, since it's not gonna be in the video, the pizza in there, it's delicious. It's
the
pretty
pizza
good.
was
The
good.
pizza was good for a quick service pizza. It was really good.
Where do we eat in Aventura? We ate from the quick service restaurant.
But the quick
Yeah.
service. But
Yeah,
that one's more like a little bit more of an upscale kind of.
Yeah, but the food was delicious for
Well, yeah, but
breakfast.
it's a little bit more upscale.
Both locations, the
Yeah.
food was delicious. So
Yeah, I didn't have any complaints about the food.
yeah,
They're pretty good.
this is the first time also that we actually take the Universal bus. You know, we had a really good experience. I actually
usually we
enjoyed
just
it.
take the truck and we drive our car and drive over there. It's kinda
Well, I
fun.
mean, last year we stayed at Sapphire Falls, so we took the water taxi or we walked.
Yeah.
Which we don't mind walking.
No.
But this time we're in Aventura and we discover, you know, hey, we didn't discover. We're like, let's try to catch the bus. Let's see the difference.
I think
and-
Mary was the one that said, let's go with the bus.
Yeah, Mary encouraged us,
Yes,
but
take
then
the bus, yeah.
we ended up discovering that the bus for Aventura is well, in the front desk told you that.
And told us that, yeah.
The buses are faster than the water taxi.
Because it takes about 20 minutes for the taxi to get to where we're at, where the buses are continuously
Yeah, it's like
running.
I think the
Kinda.
most that we waited was like maybe 4 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah, and you are right, pretty quick. So
Yeah.
for me, who's always driving, I'm like, hey man, at least I could take a break from driving. And then I was a little bit nervous, you know, coming from Dockside, because it's a longer distance. But no, man,
It felt quicker.
we arrived really quick. And then now, we left Halloween Horror Nights around 10 o'clock last night.
We didn't take the close.
We were tired. So I don't know, unfortunately, how is the bus crowd
At closing.
at closing. However, we left almost at 10 o'clock. And the crowd, the Island of Adventure closes at 9. And the crowd from Island of Adventure kept flowing down.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody from Island was leaving. So part of the people that took the bus with us were from Island of Adventure. So technically speaking, I can tell you that, well, we left with some people from
the bus was
Island.
packed when we left, yeah.
And it was not bad at all. I actually enjoyed the bus.
Yeah.
So Mary says, yeah, I love the bus, especially that Garden Path at Cabana. Yeah. And then yesterday, we took the bus from Dockside to City Walk back to Cabana, and the whole thing was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was super quick. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Juanito said, I eat dinner and breakfast and Naomi and I like it. I think the price was good, even though it was a Universal resort. We took the bus and get very quick to the park, and returning was a blink. There you go.
Yeah, the food was really good. Like, and the pricing, especially at Dockside, wasn't. It was normal pricing. Like, it wasn't.
Mary said that she left at 1:40 and it was still packed but quick to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they got so many.
Yeah, they were okay, especially at night. I think they obviously have more, like, so they keep moving them.
Just send you guys the form from your channel to help me plan our. Definitely, yeah. Thank you.
We'll look at it.
We'll
start working on.
We'll start working on that. See what happens is too. Let me explain myself a little bit. I'm used to catching the bus, not that I take it all the time, in Disney property. So my experience in Disney property, I have to wait for the bus.
Yes.
Now, to be fair with Disney, the distances of property is compared to Universal. So this is Universal, this is Disney property. Right. So it's a longer way. So in my mind, I was like, this thing is gonna take forever, whatever. But then when Mary said, I blame Mary this time, let's go on the bus. And then Karen says, well, yeah, the lady in the front desk said the bus is faster than water taxi. At that point, I thought to myself, first of all, I'm a number by them. Second of all, I gotta try. Yeah. So why not try? And I ended up enjoying taking the bus.
It was nice.
So I can see now why people enjoy taking Universal bus. And now
it's just convenient too.
Very fast.
And usually the bus stops in the resorts are not far. Like
no. Dockside rooms look very small, not very disabled friendly. I don't know because first of all, the Dockside room that we took, it was a family suite. So we have space. However, I have seen pictures of the handicap rooms in different hotels. For me, it looks very spacious. I don't know. Unfortunately, I never tried.
That'll be a good video to do. Like,
but I'm supposed to in October. I have a training with Universal. That we're supposed to visit different resorts. That's what I've been told as part of my training. So I'm gonna let me see some handicap rooms so I could record it because they say that apparently I'm gonna be allowed to record. So if they allow me to do a vlog, I'll definitely do it. But I don't know, Mary, you tell me. Let me see. Mary said I'll take credit for that. Mary,
as you should, Mary. As you
Mary,
should.
Can you help me answering this? Because I know your mom. I think she has wheelchair. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to put it like that. So my apologies. But when you stay with your mom, do you stay in a regular room or you do handicap room? And if you do the handicap room, is it more spacious? And where do you stay with your mom? That will be my next question because I know you stay in property. We used the buses a few years ago. I love it. That's what Miss Sheila said. I want to make a video showing a handicap room too.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. But what's funny is, and I don't mean it disrespectfully, but when you try to make, I'm not lying. When I try to make reservation for Dockside and Surfside, a lot of the times the rooms that are available happen to be the handicap. So they try to sell you the hearing impaired and also other type of handicap because that's what they have available. And I'm assuming it's because they have multiple, right? I always feel funny about it, so I ended up not choosing it because it's like a parking lot. You know what I mean? So let's say I have a handicap tag for whatever reason. Even though I'm under the law, I'm okay to use that parking. I always think there's somebody that's gonna need it more than I will. Right. So legit, when I was doing reservations for this past weekend, I skipped choosing both Dockside or Surfside because they were giving me the handicap rooms. and I felt like, you know, that's not right.
Yeah, I would feel weird. Like, I wouldn't mind doing it, and then so we can show the sizes of the room, but then I would feel weird if somebody actually needed it and we took it. Like, that'd be kind of weird.
I don't know. Mary said, okay, hold on. I'm gonna take. Mary said Cabana Family Suite is best to pull directly into kitchen. And Mary's right. So if you look up our video from Cabana Bay, Michela, maybe as I'm doing that tour, it may help you visualizing that. But Mary has experience with that, and but can walk on that. So her mom has a wheelchair, but she cannot walk long distance. We don't do handicap, but it's a hassle and 2-person job. Mary said Portofino, the doors are so heavy, but the space is there. Portofino is the largest room in property, just so you guys know. Royal is small, and I have to move stuff around.
Where Sapphire Falls was the one we stayed last year, right? Their handicap room is huge. Like the little cause where we stayed, it was kind of like a suite, but the one
next to it,
was handicap, and a couple times when we were leaving, like the people from that room were also leaving, so I got the view because the door opens for them. Open. I think it opens automatically. I'm assuming you have to push a button or something, but that room looked huge, so that could be the biggest room.
Sapphire Falls. I'm a fan of Sapphire Falls. Miss Mary said, wow, awesome. It's a good thing that the room, Michelle, I'm sorry. It's a good thing that the room don't sell out. Usually the handicap rooms are harder to get.
The parking lots are always taken. But
hello, my friend Jose Villarreal. Say hi there. How are you, my friend? Okay, I was actually thinking about staying there for my trip in February. Cabana Bay is an amazing hotel. I like Cabana Bay. Now, in the videos, we're gonna explain you why we prefer different hotels, but please understand in the video, now that we have stayed, or I personally, I'm gonna mention what I have stayed by myself before even getting married. I stayed at the Hard Rock by myself, then I stayed at Royal, and then by myself, and then when Karen and I got married, then we both stayed at Royal, and then from that point forward, we had done Cabana, now Aventura, Sapphire, and now Dockside. I have never done Portofino. I have seen it, but I never stayed on Portofino. Obviously, I know that they have the largest room in property, not only because I've seen it, but also, obviously, I'm a certified Universal Studios and hotels travel agent, so they tell us that information. Just like Aventura is the smallest hotel. With the lesser rooms.
Aventura is small.
So, with that said, I did enjoy Cabana.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I was in Cabana. I didn't go to the rooms because obviously we were meeting Mary over there to do tomorrow's video. You're gonna see in tomorrow's video. I enjoy being in Cabana, and now when you hear me in the video, this is me nitpicking. This is not me saying Dockside is bad. I would never stay over there. This is me saying, Carlos, if out of all the hotels that you have stayed, if you have the money, which one you will choose and why? That's what I would. So when you hear me talking about it, I don't want you to think like, oh my God, this guy all of a sudden he's just like all stuck up. You know what I mean? He just want to spend money. No, it's just like, and Mary and I have multiple conversations of the pros and cons, of the different hotels that she has stayed, and the same compared with me, right? With us. So when you guys see the videos, hopefully it will be out by the end of this week, all of them. Of those reviews, do not think like this is us being, high rollers or stuck up or whatever. This is us nitpicking. This is us trying to help you make the right selection.
Right.
Would Dockside or Surfside bad hotels? No. By all means, no. Compared to even the hotels closer that are not Universal, I personally would prefer to stay on those hotels.
Right.
100%. Are they perfect? No. And the reason why, I tell you why in the video, because I was just nitpicking. So Mary says, Hard Rock, we used a 3-bedroom suite and it was easy. Miss Sheila said, my scooter is a big hassle. Jose, we are from Puerto Rico. Both of us were born in Puerto Rico. Karen was raised in Virginia. Mary said she used a scooter, not a wheelchair. Wheelchair just can fold up, and if you can walk a few steps, and it will be easy. Handicap, one of the big pieces is a walk in a shower, not a tub. That's true. It's a big one. Yes, a walk-in shower is a big plus, much easier to get in and out. Definitely. Mary said, Aventura, your guy's room. If someone had a scooter, it will be easy to pull in right in front of the sofa bed, but not experienced there yet. As long as you don't use the sofa bed.
As long as you don't need to use the sofa bed. If you need to use the sofa bed, you can barely even open the door.
Yeah.
Without hitting the sofa bed.
Yeah. And the
door is heavy.
When we filmed the video, we're horrible at this.
Yeah, we need to get better. We'll get there.
So the one on Dockside, which we filmed yesterday, Mary, obviously we filmed it. It was easier because we just arrived into the room. The one in Aventura, we already stay in the room. So
we got it because of the timing of when we got it. We had to run to Universal. So
when the housekeeper went, she cleaned and did that, but you know how they are. They put things in a way that you can find it, but they don't move too many things around.
Right, so they're not gonna fold the sofa bed back into a sofa bed. They know you're gonna need it. So what's the point?
What's the point? They leave the sofa bed open, which Karen was gonna close it, and I said no, leave it open, because this is gonna give people an idea of how the sofa bed looks when it's open. So I'm glad that we did.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, if you have a scooter or wheelchair in Aventura, if you need the sofa bed, then you're not going to be able to maneuver.
Aventura is not the hotel you want to. And again, I have not seen their handicap rooms.
Right.
However, the regular room that we were at, which it was a family room or a room for 4, it had a king size bed and the sofa bed. I will not have a scooter in there or anything if you have 4 people. If you're traveling with yourself or 2 people, then yes, as long as that sofa bed stays close. Yeah. And Mary's right. If you leave that scooter there charging, it's so easy to whoop.
Yeah.
But the sofa bed has to be close. Yeah. Definitely. Now, when Michela comes, I'm assuming she's gonna come with her 2 children, so she's gonna need something like Alana Bay.
She's gonna need something, yeah.
She has to have something, or
even Dockside, because the street at Dockside, because I think you can actually even drive into it.
Yeah.
So the ones in Sapphire Falls. If you get the handicap, that's gonna be massive, but it's gonna Sapphire's a little on the expensive side. I saw when I saw that room in Sapphire, I told Karen, is that a handicap or a mini parking garage? No, it's huge. That's a huge room.
I said, how many scooters are these people planning to put in there?
The street alone in Sapphire was big, so the handicap was huge.
Mary said a lot of people tend to leave their scooter in the hall because of the hassle from what I've seen. Yes, true.
Especially at Disney, I think that happens more at Disney.
Well, family suite is the answer.
Yeah.
A family suite in Dockside, and it's not that expensive either. So let's say in a regular season, you could find a room in Dockside at $89, $99, a night. A family suite, it may be like $110 or $120. So it's like $10 to $20 more.
but it'll be worth it. Space wise, it'll save you the hassle, I think of. And then again, we haven't seen regular rooms at Dockside either, so
yeah.
But I'm gonna assume that they're not gonna be the biggest.
So it's
they're the most economic room.
It's all depend the budget, but I will definitely look into family suites. The family suites.
Yes.
And the family suites in Universal are good. Trust me. Now, this is me being picky. Again, I like having space.
Right.
Did I like Aventura? Nope, because for the four of us,
it was uncomfortable.
I felt like we were cramped. I felt like I was in almost in a room, but inside a cruise line.
A cruise line.
That's how I felt. And this is me being picky. This is me. This is Carlos being, Carlos or stuck up. Call it whatever it is. I'm the type of person that when I pay, I want to be comfortable. And I like, for example, Cabana Bay because of the space. So, for example, when we stay in Cabana Bay, Karen slept with Kyla. I slept by myself, and then Kaleo slept on the sofa bed. So that section where the sofa bed is in Cabana Bay, where you had that kitchenette, and Kaleo felt like he was in his own room, Now, when we stay in Sapphire, and that was a family suite, we had our own room. The kids had a sofa bed in a living room.
That was huge.
And it was huge in a living room. And they had like their own half bathroom.
Right.
No, bullcrap. It was their own bathroom.
Full bathroom.
It was a full bathroom because we have our own bathroom. And that was their family suite. So it almost looked like an apartment. That whole darn thing looks like an apartment. I kid you not.
That entrance was huge. That entrance looked like a family, like a house entrance. Like it was huge, and you lead straight into like this massive dining room. Like it had a table for like at least 6, or if not bigger. But yeah, Sapphire Fall had it's been the biggest room we've stayed on probably.
Yeah. Does Dockside have a garden path to walk? Yes. Through the side of the building, I think that it was. Yeah. You remember when I told you we don't have to walk inside the hotel to go to the bus?
Oh, yeah.
So they have it. I think Dockside is good though. If not, Cabana is the best.
I think it'll be Dockside and then Cabana.
The option for scooters to either. I like both of them. Again, I like Cabana better. Now, understand that when you stay in Universal, there's 4 categories. They have the value resorts, which is
Dockside
and Surfside, and they have the prime value. That's how they call it, a prime value, which is a little bit more expensive, and that's Aventura in Cabana Bay. And they have a category on its own. It's called Preferred. That's Sapphire Falls. And then they have the whatever they call it, the Premier, which is
the Premium. Is it Premium?
Premier. I don't know. I was getting confused. But that one will be Royal, Hard Rock, and Portofino. So those are the 4 categories that you have. Price wise, a lot of people. I see more people going to Cabana Bay because it's more like family. The space is better and all that. So I think
was packed
but
it was a holiday.
But because it's the more affordable,
right?
Mary said, I love the family suite with the door in Cabana to keep my friends snoring.
Well, I think I think the beds are smaller in Dockside too than Cabana.
They are smaller.
I think the bed in Cabana was bigger.
Yeah, they Hold on, guys. I'm looking at something. I like talking facts. I don't like.
The pool, I think the best pool for the resorts has to be Cabana, and I think the kids would agree with that one because of the lazy river and stuff like that.
So
the pool over at Aventura was like a regular small pool. It And the one in Dockside wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
Right.
It didn't have like.
So this is what you're looking at. $91 a night. Again, this is depending, what kind of
The season of the
season package. Obviously, if you travel during the week, it's cheaper than the weekend. So these are Dockside and Surfside, $91. Then, if you want Aventura, it's $132 per night. So now we're talking about maybe $40 more per night. So you see how it's the same, 132 and 132. And then Sapphire, then you're looking at something more expensive. And the Sapphire never drops from the 200. Never. It's very rarely when you see after the pandemic. That's when I saw it. And then you start looking at the Premier hotels.
What was that one?
This is preferred. This is
Premier.
Premier. So 312, 358, and Portofino is 372. Now this is the part where I would love to be a team member, because team member, depending the season, they stay for $50. I think it's like $50 over here and $75 for Portofino a night. So Mary said which is different than other hotels.
I think pool-wise, Cabana Bay had beats everybody.
Maggie, how are you?
Hey, man.
Do yourself guys a favor. Make sure if you can follow McTasty Production. They do a lot of reviews too, just like us, and they have stay in different hotels. So that will be helpful, Michela. Make sure you follow them as well, because they know they have stay and they have reviewed them. So yeah, go ahead and do that. The best Universal resorts are Portofino, Hard Rock, Sapphire, and for budget wise, Cabana Bay. I have to agree. Now. I feel like you're looking more into, what's that?
I don't think it counts with Sheila. She said, "Well, my son used to be a team member." It's like, I don't think it counts.
No, that doesn't count anymore.
Count with Sheila.
That doesn't count anymore. I'm trying to figure it out. How can a team member hook me up with those rates? And that comes when it's low season. So, for example, they were able to stay maybe like up to 3 weeks ago for that. And I would love to just stay for that. And I want to stay like 3 consecutive days. I want to stay one day here, one day over here, and one over here, just to do reviews. Maggie says that Royal is beautiful. They're beautiful. I personally say to anybody, and spoiler alert, you're gonna hear in the video. There's nothing wrong with this at all. For the price, you're gonna get a nice hotel. It's more of a family, more affordable budget hotel. Still beautiful hotels. I love the vibe in this Dockside hotel. Then, spoiler alert, Aventura is more towards adults.
Yeah.
It's more couples. So like this is the hotel that if I want to stay maybe a weekend just with Karen and have like a get away from our crazy life and leave the kids with their grandparents, I would definitely go for Aventura if I had to stay into this category. Now, Universal Cabana Bay Beach, that will be the family resort. That will be the one that I would tell anybody just to try. Do a little bit of more sacrifice. Everybody's budget is different, but if you made it over here, try to push it over a little bit more, because I think you're going to get space. You're going to get the best pools.
I think they have bigger beds.
Yeah, I think so too. You're closer to the parks as well. So again, this is what I call their prime value hotel. Then if you want to give yourself,
if you're splurging,
if you want to spoil yourself, then do a Sapphire. Which one is my favorite hotel so far? Sapphire. Obviously, my goal is to stay as a family in every single one of them so we can review them all. As travel agents, I want to do them all. And also, I'm going to start doing neighboring hotels because I have to learn that in order to help other people. Just like when we go to Disneyland, I'm gonna start doing the same thing. That's the reason why we're doing the Disneyland in Grand California now.
But we did the neighborhood the first time I went.
We did a neighborhood already, and the next trip we're gonna do Pixar Pier, and then a neighborhood, because we have to find options for everybody as travel agents. So that's basically what we're doing. However, up to this point, based on what I've done, and I have stayed, I think 3 times on Royal, 2 as a team member by myself, 1 with Karen. I stayed once as a team member at Hard Rock when it almost first opened. Out of all of them, for whatever reason, Sapphire for me is like the one.
Right.
I freaking love that hotel. I don't know, it's like an oasis for me.
It's different.
And
it's pretty. It's
and we were there, Thursday, just because a friend of ours got engaged in there, and I was like, man.
Even the smell of
I want to stay here again. My taxi said we agree with you. Sapphire is beautiful. We love it. What do you miss?
She said Cabana is our favorite budget family.
Definitely.
And she agrees with Aventura being for adults. And that's exactly what the kids said. They're like, it's boring in here. Yeah. And then her daughter she's a hotel manager for Aventura now, but she was managed at Cabana Bay in Portofino.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, nice.
Your daughter is? Nice. Restaurant, okay. So I have not tried the restaurant, but you're right. I hear a lot of people talking great about the restaurants in Sapphire.
We didn't have time because last time we went for Halloween Horror. Yeah. We always go for Halloween Horror Nights. So we're running or eating the stuff over in the park.
Yeah, but what I'm gonna try, what I want to start doing, because we were looking at the prices the other day, I want to start having lunch on those restaurants now. Instead of spending the money in the park, I want to just go over there. Portofino looks awesome. It looks like Venice, Italy. Yes, it does. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've driven through Portofino. I was telling this to Mary, and I mentioned it to Karen. For the amount of money the Portofino is charging people to stay in, because this is low. Don't think that Portofino, this is low for them. They're charging you like the best price right now. It normally runs into the high 400s to like mid 600 a night. For me, for what I've seen recently, they need to repaint it. They need to fix a couple of things because it looked like a pretty much run down. And I feel like if you're going to be charging this type of money, and then you have something like Sapphire that looks like better, and they charge you this, no, I wouldn't be paying for that. Now, is it beautiful? Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. They also, people say that the food is also good over here. They have I think they have 3 restaurants, in which one of them is like a pizzeria that you could buy. I mean, they said it's really, really good.
You have me a pizza.
Karen and I, we went with a friend of ours recently to Hard Rock, and then we try, what was it, the lounge food?
Where?
In Hard Rock? Yeah, it was in the lounge.
In the lounge, yes.
It was pretty decent. Wasn't too pricey either, compared to Disney price. So, but Rachel's Adventures, brand new here. Welcome. I think I found you through Brian, but not 100%. Brian who? Brian from Orlando? I know multiple Brians. But I'm glad that you did. I'm glad you did. Welcome to our family. Thank you for joining us. Mike says Portofino has some rooms renovated, others not renovated, but lots of great offering in that resort. It does look awesome. But see, what I'm talking about, even as you're driving, you look at the roof and it looks kind of like, okay, they need to like replace it, color it, or something like that. Yeah, you know what I mean? And also the buildings look like kind of like they need to be repainted too. So
we should stay there. I mean, it's expensive. I don't know.
No, I have not heard anybody, Karen, that has stayed in the hotel and have complained. People love the hotel. A lot of people.
I want to stay there.
Like I know people that are staying in the hotel and say, if I can afford it, I will stay in Portofino. And a lot of people say, and I know people that have stayed in the three of them, like Royal, Portofino, and Hard Rock. A lot of people say Portofino is the one. Portofino is the one. Okay, good. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad that you find us, though. The food is great in Portofino, plus Vice versa is awesome. Good to know. We have not done. That's something we have to do, and we always say that it's just time. That was one of the first resort they do need some fixer upper. Yeah, they do. See, my whole thing is like, I gotta be careful because obviously being that we are travel agents, I don't want to sweep the floor neither with Universal or Disney. However, my job always is to be honest with the people. If I'm paying this kind of money, and sometimes for Portofino, you could pay like $600, $700. That's like staying in the Grand Floridian. You know what I mean? So you pay $600, and then you see the buildings that are not, that they need to be repainted and all that, and then you go to the Grand Floridian, you're like, holy smoke. And I pay for this the same thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess
that's my thing.
I guess the advantage, even if they need a little bit of sprucing up, is that you get the free unlimited express. You know what I mean? Like definitely. To skip, so that alone is worth it, I think.
Yeah, just staying in any resort like these three resorts. Yeah. Just like this Royal Pacific. Royal Pacific is beautiful. Their room need to be redone too. They are outdated. And so. Again, you go back to this, right? You're saying, okay, I'm paying good money. Not so much Hard Rock, because Hard Rock rooms are not as bad. But you're paying good money here, you're paying good money there. And then you look at the room, not different than when we stay at the Polynesian. And we stay at the Polynesian, and you knew that they renovated with Moana, a brand new building. And yes, they gave us the room for DVC, but then you look at the furniture has like multiple scratches. You pull the drawer is like sideways, and you're like, well, wait a second,
And that's spending a lot of money. Yeah, a lot of money.
I'm paying about $400 per night at this point, and you just put me on something like this, and then you stay on something like Sapphire or Cabana Bay, which rooms are more maintained than those.
They feel. What I mean, they're new. They feel new.
They're new. Yeah, right. Good point. They're new, but if you think about it, they don't have to put things as upscale, which means their furniture has to be cheaper.
Right.
And how is this being better maintained than those over here? Which means, yes, these are older, but how much money has Lowe's spent to renovate those rooms after they're charging people an arm and a leg? That's my whole thing. Again, I'm just being fair. And if I'm going to pay, this is Carlos the consumer. This is not me being difficult. If I'm going to pay $300 to $400, you better give me my $300 to $400. Because that's expensive. Now, the day that we pay $300 to $400, Karen, I'm not going to no park.
No, I'm staying. You better not say.
I'm staying.
You better not say. Let's pick up the camera. Let's record a video at the park. Because I'm just gonna laugh at you at that point.
Mary said, "Yeah, my top tier is Portofino is my number 1, 2, then Royal, then Hard Rock." Maggie said, "We agree with you, Mary. Even the Grand Floridian needs a big fixer upper. They do now. When we stay at the Grand, to be fair, we stay at what it was just renovated. So when we stay at the Grand, you have the actual main building. Those are the suites. Those were being renovated at the time that we stayed.
All right.
Then you have Gasparilla Grill, right?
Correct.
The buildings across Gasparilla Grill facing almost towards like where you take the boat, closer to Narcoossee. Mm-hmm. Those are the buildings that we stay, and those recently were renovated. Maybe 4 to 6 months before we stayed there.
It felt new. So
it looked gorgeous. So
Well, it's just like the Polynesian, where one room looks like extremely beautiful, and then the other one's like, like
I mean, but I'm sorry. I mean, I will be at that point embarrassed because you're charging me this amount of money and you're walking and it clearly. So you go from one building that is being renovated, the carpets look beautiful, and then you walk me to the next building, the carpet looks like disgusting.
right.
Like they were black. So I was not a happy camper. So like my experience on Polynesian right now, for me, I will not spend the money to spend on Polynesian. Cool environment, and for me, I was heartbroken because that was my dream. That was my bucket list to stay in Polynesian. Forget about Animal Kingdom Lodge or anything like that. I wanted the Polynesian, and I stayed on Polynesian, and I was like, I want to do it again. If I'm gonna pay for Poly, I might as well stay at the Grand.
Yeah.
Yup. Michela said you could almost stay for 4 nights at Dockside for 1 night at the Portofino. You're right.
Yes.
And that's what you gotta start measuring. You know, how long are you gonna stay over here? Can you afford more? Can you push your budget a little bit more and then maybe stay at Cabana Bay? If you're reading through everybody, I mean, Sheila, it sounds to me like everybody is agreeing that all hotels are great and they're beautiful. But I think all of us agree that our happy medium is actually Cabana Bay. Like all of us in this chat love Cabana Bay.
Yes.
So like if you tell Mary or you tell Maggie or you tell us, hey, next weekend there's only occupancy for Cabana Bay and we want you guys to stay in property, we're all gonna say yes. We're not gonna be heartbroken. It's not gonna be, oh my God, I wish you would have been Sapphire. No, we're gonna be like, oh, okay, sweet. Cabana Bay, the pool. I mean, they first of all they have like Lazy River, which is super cool to just chill. And then they have 2 different pools. And I mean, you cannot go wrong with Cabana Bay. I'm a 100% fan of Cabana. Hard Rock is fun resort. The rooms are literally nice too.
Really nice.
They're very adult oriented too. We don't like when that happens when you get all the rooms with all rooms. So far we've been lucky, no room like that yet. But to pay that price, you relax and enjoy the resort. Yeah. Mary said my first experience with Hard Rock room decor felt like it was walking into a murder scene with blood spatter.
Kinda would love that.
Looking mirrors, but I think the bed's
too hard.
But find the bed too hard. That's hilarious. Oh, Mary, I'm gonna miss you. I've never stayed on site. I usually get cheaper off site, but last time the room was so small I barely had room for my scooter, and it was difficult to get in and out of the room. Yeah, definitely look on site. I think I think that's something the Universal has been doing well, and you can tell that they're working on the sizes of the room, unlike Disney.
Yes, Disney gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah. Maggie said that happens a lot in resorts in Orlando, old versus new room. They place the cheap rates, love room higher rates in the nice room. Yeah, they're like that. Mary said, I learned this trip work was an arcade upstairs by doing the HHN thing.
See, you learn something new every trip.
Learn something new. You always learn when you hang out with Cool Gates Adventures. We push you to get out of the areas that you hang out. So 20 more days. Are you staying in Cabana again when you come back?
24 days.
In 24 days. I don't know. That's my whole thing about the resorts. But Dockside and Surfside, I'm impressed. Like I already knew that they were good, but you know, watching people reviewing and all that, I was like, we'll see, you know. But then I looked at it, I said, it's pretty cool. First of all, the sizes of it. So for example, when you drive by Dockside and Surfside, I found it very deceiving.
Yes.
Like I thought it was only one building. Then I come yesterday and I said, no, you got Tower 1 and Tower 2. Wait, what? And then everything in the middle is what connects the hotel. Now,
And there's a pool on Tower 1, and there's a pool
now
on
at that part, I actually felt like I was in a school.
going from portable from building to building.
You know when you go to Khalil's middle school and then or Kyla school and then this is the cafeteria
and
then you go to buildings over here and buildings over there. That's how I felt. Because then you walk and they had the awning.
Yeah.
And then you walk through a building and it has like a little hallway and it connects you to the actual main building. Obviously they do that for the weather to protect people. But that's how I felt. However, I was not expecting that. As a matter of fact, when I do give you the tour, I show you the fitness center. So if you were to tell me $91 and they have a gym, my perception for that price, I'm like, they probably had like 3 bikes, 3 treadmills, and a few weights. That's it. Man, when I walk in that room, I'm like, whoa.
That's pretty big. It has a lot of machines.
I was like, I was not expecting this at all. So I was not, and then they tell you, okay, there's parking over here, there's parking behind, and there's parking over here, and right behind over here, actually in this area, there's a parking garage.
That's a cool picture.
And then the same thing happens for tower number 2. You're like, what? They have 2 parking garages? I was like, wait, what? You know, like I was not expecting that resort to be that large in a good way, you know. So the food was good.
Food was good.
So I'm pretty surprised about that. And like I said, Aventura is too adult oriented. As per the kids, is boring.
Yes.
Aventura for them is like going to Epcot. That's what they said.
Yes. Their words.
Watch the video. You don't believe me. Mary said, okay, my bad. The thing is, the pandemic hurt the resort. They had the time to renovate, but no money to renovate. Yeah, that's right. Now they are way too busy to fix between guest reservation. You are 300% right.
They're not gonna.
Are you kidding me?
Not now.
They gotta turn over those rooms. I mean, at 10:30, I'm being kicked out of my room in both hotels. I'm like, no. Checkout is at 11. I'm leaving by 11. No, actually, Aventura, they knocked the door at 10. This morning, they knocked at 10:30.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
I was getting my
You were getting breakfast. The coffee.
Yeah.
The only night for HHN on less
Only
price. Only for one night. They'll probably drop it. They'll probably drop it. You'll see. They're still short stuff. They are.
Everybody's short stuff.
They are. And you could tell that because normally in the hotels, you know, the check-in, they're normally you're able to squeeze maybe noon, 1 o'clock. Now it's like past 3 o'clock.
They're rushing to try to get those rooms.
Which you could get them in trouble too, you know what I mean? Because they tell you they used to the verbiage that said that check-in is at 3. Check-in's
at 4.
Oh.
And they're trying to deliver the rooms by 4, kind of.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm. I think they've changed that.
Yeah, because I know it used to be
it's 4.
By 3. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Miss Sheila. Yeah, you could learn a lot of things with Maggie and Paul. They know their stuff.
They're good.
Trust me.
I think they review more resorts than we have.
Well, I watched their stuff. It's just like I gotta get better at commenting.
Yeah.
But I do see what happens is that this is my office too. So sometimes I'm actually editing or planning and doing stuff like that, and I have a TV on top of me. And that TV, then I basically either choose obviously what video I'm gonna watch, or sometimes they suggest and then it's running. So I'm listening the whole entire time. But because it's in the TV, it's hard for me to like comment. I do hit like because it's easier, but I can't, you know, it's hard to comment. There's a way that you can comment, but then I'll have to be like, so I don't have time for that. But yeah, I do. My Maggie and Paul, they're really good, and they're really honest doing that.
Yeah,
on the food review. They do a lot of good reviews too.
Yeah, they do.
What else? I was gonna say something. Hold on. Whoop. Okay. So Michela, I should give you an idea.
When you filled out that form, so
she did.
Yeah, so we'll look at it. I'll look at it.
She did. She said, I usually watch YouTube on my TV. I can comment when I watch on my TV. There's a way that you can. It's a pain. It's easier just
the
to
TV controller is harder. Like you have to search for the.
Yeah, there's a way. Sometimes, like for example, in with this LG remote, all I have to do is just scroll up, and then it gives me the option to comment, and then I click, but it's just a pain, and there's no way that I'm gonna be like, nah, that's too much. So what I do is just that I hit like, and because that's those with YouTube, depending the season, depending the flavor of the month, sometimes their algorithm is more powerful with people liking and disliking than people leaving comments. This is the stupidest thing in the world.
Well, I think right now it's more the watch time.
Well, no, what they want to do is like reactions.
Right.
So sometimes they count the comments as a reaction, but sometimes they don't. So I watch at least 2 to 3 times weekly guys that actually study the algorithm in YouTube. That's what I do religiously. And they actually demonstrate, hey, this is what's happening. And sometimes I get discouraged and I say, whatever. Now, there are a lot of people that get offended by the dislikes. And I ask Karen, that gets me excited. Because when I get a thumb down, I'm like, sweet, I pissed somebody off. That's exactly what I need. Because that's exactly what YouTube wants. YouTube wants to cause reaction. Remember, the most thumbs up the people give you, or the more people give you thumbs down, that means YouTube says, okay, something is up with this video that is causing people to react, to give it thumbs down. It could be me saying, standing in the middle of Universal Studios and saying, let me tell you something, every single resource over here suck. And I decided to post that on our Universal group. That's exactly what YouTube wants, because they're like kind of like that drama, you know. They feed into that. So a lot of people get offended by the thumbs down. I asked Karen, I said, hey, this video got 5 thumbs down.
Yeah, he gets excited.
I get excited, and she's like, really? I said,
what they say?
And I don't care what they said. You don't really comment. I don't care about what they said. I care about the thumbs down.
Well, a lot of those people don't even comment. They just do the thumbs down.
And some people just commenting, like, for example, I did that test sit for the mommy, and somebody says to me, what is it they say to me recently? I think it was yesterday or today. That the seat is the same size, you know, and then I had to stop myself from commenting because I want to say, yeah, where did I say that in the video?
Yeah.
In the video, I'm basically demonstrating that the lights, you know, when you sit down, this is what it shows.
It changed place.
I didn't say they're bigger, they're smaller, they're wider. I didn't say that. So when people comment, sometimes I have to hold myself back so I don't say something stupid, because I have to watch for what I say. You're welcome, Maggie. You're welcome.
You're doing amazing. So just keep it up.
Just keep up with the good work. Yeah, I mean, I try to comment like if it's somebody that I know will read comments or it will encourage them, I comment. But I hit like to people. I don't even, if I don't like somebody or I don't like the video, I don't even do anything because I don't want to help them. See, before I knew YouTube, I will do the thumb down, not realizing that I was helping people. Oh yeah, I don't get discouraged. I don't get discouraged. I love it. Now I don't feed into the drama either. So like if I get a negative comment, as long as they're not attacking, that you want to see me pissed off is if somebody comes across and attack the kids, and that happens. That happens very often. I don't show it to Karen because I don't want to deal with the mama bear. Because then I have to hear that. You know, I don't have time for that. So what I
My
do,
description of me too.
anybody that attacks the kids directly, I just block them. I don't even answer. You're blocked. I don't even want you. And if you're a subscriber now, you're blocked. So oh well, we lost you. But I don't want them close to my kids. That's the only way. Now, if it's somebody answering stupid and I want to play the same game, then I just give them a stupid remark back. You know, well, maybe you should lose weight and you wouldn't have the problem feeding in rights. Okay, since that you're that smart, will you tell me what will be the best scenario, especially if I have medical condition? Are you a doctor? You know, those are the kind of comments that I put to people. Well, maybe you should consult a doctor. Well, thank you, genius. I'm glad that I could count on you. You know, that's when I start playing the game, and and it could get ugly with me. But a lot of times I don't even waste my time. Or if they try to be sneaky, I just try to play the good customer service card, and I say, well, thank you for your feedback. I appreciate you. Appreciate you watching the channel. Have a good day. And sometimes they come back with some stupidity, and I just leave it alone. So it's depending on my mood. A lot of times I don't answer, but I do give thumbs up, or I don't give thumbs down. I give thumbs up because that helps the algorithm for sure. I don't. If I don't like a video, then I don't even finish. I'm like, well, next. It's like going to social media on Facebook, right? You know how you scroll up?
Yeah, just keep going.
I don't have nothing constructive to say next. Next. So and I get a few of those once in a while, but good thing you can block or answer in a nice way. Kill them with kindness. That's what I do. Now, if it's thumbs down, I love it. I'm telling you.
It's still a reaction. It counts.
You want thumbs down. Do not get offended by thumbs down. You want thumbs down. Any YouTube expert in the algorithm will tell you want reactions. As a matter of fact, when you read the YouTube algorithm, it will tell you the percentage of reaction. So when I put the one that causes a lot of reactions is the YouTube Shorts. So, like, you know, best that's the one that has like 5,000 views, I think. This is the best Disney World Parade, whatever the Halloween parade, whatever the heck I put. Boot to You parade. And I stopped watching it for like a few days, and I look at my percentage, and the percentage was high in reaction. I already knew that people have like put a whole bunch of thumbs down, and I was like, man, even better. Give it to me, baby.
Up or down, it's good.
So, yeah, shorts are becoming popular again. But you know what? Shorts are becoming popular. They're actually playing with the algorithm, but they're not doing shorts algorithm like they used to before. So,
Maggie, you thinking of shots at this time?
the shots too. The shots are popular. That you gotta watch the shorts, Maggie. If you see that you didn't have a lot of traffic, then hold yourself from posting more for like a few days or a week. Because what happens is that YouTube is holding the shorts, and then a few days, then you'll be able to judge. If it took off, then the algorithm then work in your favor. If it didn't take off, then just hold it. Don't put any more shorts for a little bit until the algorithm goes back to it. So that's what I've been doing, just for the heck of it. That's my new thing, and I'm doing it again for just to get the emotion.
Well, I think shorts. YouTube is competing with shorts, trying to compete with Instagram and TikTok, which now they're even going to the even shorter videos. Like they tell you to post like anywhere from 3 to like 8-second videos in those. So YouTube Shorts is trying to compete with that, just to try to get more traffic. Well,
Maggie's saying, I heard they heard your channel. They will hurt your channel if you're over posting shorts. If you're over posting short, then you're gonna have subscribers expecting short. So that when you do the long version of the video, then they're gonna unsubscribe, and that's when the problem starts. But if you do a couple a week, like for example, I'm doing once or twice a week, it doesn't hurt because it just keeps traffic. Now YouTube came up with something new as of last week, FYI, that you could actually link your shorts to a longer video. So for example, Halloween Horror Nights, you posted that video and you and Paul recorded about whatever scares them. You could actually go and edit that from your video. You could edit that to a minute or less and post it as a short, and then you link it to your longer video. So when the person actually watches it, now YouTube is gonna let them know that there's a longer video of that. So it gives the person the opportunity to say, "Ooh, I like him. Let me watch the whole thing about Halloween Horror Nights," and then just they click and it brings them to your channel. So YouTube is already realizing, like, listen, we want to compete against Instagram and TikTok. We're hearing the concern from our content creators. So what can we do to just filter more traffic to their longer video? So FYI, that came out last week. That's a new rule. So keep an eye on that. And I'll be this week. I don't have the time to play with it, but definitely once I'm back in town, I'm gonna be like playing with the link. I'm planning on revamping my channel next year, focusing on disability access at the part you need to.
You need to.
That is so needed right now. So needed.
I think you did good.
That's why I don't like him. You know us. We don't do short videos. I don't do it either. But listen, all you have to do is just put a part of a parade and all that. Because remember, you want reaction. It doesn't matter. You could have, let's say you probably have like 80 likes and 20 something dislike. It's okay. You caused that reaction. Those are reactions that your channel didn't like. Now think about it this way. Didn't have, I'm sorry. Think about it this way. Now if you're able to link that into the longer version, and out of all those people that watched it, maybe 10 decide to see your longer video, that's another opportunity that you have, not only that they subscribe, but also to give you more views. Again, that's something brand new that YouTube introduced as of last Tuesday or Wednesday. I spent hours on this thing. I learned, and I could already tell Karen, like, when Instagram changes algorithm, which by the way they did today, TikTok changed theirs yesterday. So it's just a pain in the butt.
It's a pain.
So there's people that work full-time, like full-time content creators. They that's what they do. They study algorithm all day long, and then they know when to post and how to post. So I don't have the time for that. So I just watch other experts and I learn from them. And I read and I watch videos and all that. Not a problem. That's all we hear. I need a YouTube masterclass because I don't know about that. Every day they change it. Every day they do something. And that's why you gotta watch like larger channels that are dedicated to YouTube. And how you start that's how I found out how to understand YouTube algorithm. And I started researching this channel. I
try to do that for Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, Karen does it. Karen now is at the point that she understands more than TikTok. Well, I don't understand nor I can care less about TikTok. I can tell you both Instagram and TikTok are playing the game of changing the algorithm to not benefit the content creator because they don't want to pay you. They're doing it on purpose, so that way it goes against their own rules of paying people after they pass certain amount of followers and all that. So they're doing it on purpose.
It's a pain.
And it makes sense too. You gotta see it this way. YouTube get money from the marketing from these big companies. That's how Google makes money, right? From this advertisement. Facebook owns Instagram. They don't have that marketing money
yet.
Neither does TikTok. So of course they're gonna throw any hurdle they can to slow down people from getting paid by them.
It's coming.
But anybody who started TikTok during the pandemic and was fully dedicated to TikTok, that's why they have so many freaking followers. You could have posted a TikTok of you walking to open your door and you would have like thousands of followers during the pandemic.
How to open the door during the pandemic?
It was insane because the algorithm was working. So TikTok wanted to TikTok's job was to put Instagram or Snapchat out of business, which between you and me, I think they did it.
Right.
And on top of that, compete directly with Instagram, and to make it worse, to slow YouTube's increase because they knew the people's attention is now more.
It's shorter.
It's short. People
Yeah.
don't care.
That's why they're pushing like the 3 to 5 second
Yeah.
reels and Instagram and TikTok. It's like 3 to 5 minutes. But then what information are you gonna give? 3 to 5
Exactly.
minutes.
And that's what YouTube is saying. That's what say, okay, if we connect the short with the long, then I'm telling you, okay, I'm gonna give you this brief. But if you want to learn more, you could watch the whole entire video here. That's what YouTube is doing.
TikTok.
It is a whole science with this thing, and I hate TikTok with a passion. Yeah, everything changes. Everything changes. TikTok is insane right now. Even Instagram. We have an Instagram reel that was like over what 20,000.
Yeah.
Just showing freaking character. Who was it? Not even the minion. It was the pet life.
No, it was Minion.
Yeah, the minion.
It was Groot and the girls, and then the Groot and the girls.
That's it.
Yeah. And literally a video that we were recording something. And I was like, oh, let me record a little bit of this. And I don't have a reel for today. Let me put
something.
this. Let me put this. And then it went insane. I was like,
in less than an hour, it reached 17,000. And we're like, what
I was like,
the heck? It is so. Listen.
And then you try to recreate that and do that with something else for Disney or whatever, and it gives you like 100 views. And you're like,
look at me, Sheila. She has 10.7 thousand followers.
Sheila, I need a master class
Yeah.
from you.
No, TikTok keep changing the rules, man. TikTok is just like, so you have the followers, but you have to have XYZ amount of views. And it's just like, I personally cannot stand TikTok.
I feel like with Instagram and TikTok, we're really competing with kids.
TikTok is the platform that unless you don't act stupid or post something stupid or post something extremely serious,
yes,
you will not get that. So like what they're using TikTok a lot is like for drug prevention,
which is amazing,
mental illness prevention, which is great. So you have to go to the extreme, for what we use our content and stuff like that, unless there is something funny like Karen saying I ordered this but got this.
And even that, like I just have to be more consistent with that, I guess.
Instagram we are more comfortable with than TikTok. I hate it.
Yeah, we hate TikTok too. Don't worry. I rather do Instagram than TikTok, but
some random ones we do too get more views than other. And the ones that you put the work that you think is gonna do is suck.
There are days that I sit there forever to put one, and then it doesn't do anything. The one that I literally do like 2 seconds, and I'm like, I don't care, let's do it. And I send out. That's the one that makes I
have Instagram, but I don't post anything. That's what Sheila said. I feel you, Ken.
We're in the same boat.
Right now with Instagram, it's all about IG stories.
Yeah, it's all IG
stories.
That's
that I tell you. Don't wait.
Don't post.
Right? They're telling you don't even waste your time posting.
Post or story. Everything. They're like put one post, one story here, but you have to concentrate on reels.
Reels is that thing. They want you to do reels because the reel. What happened with reels is just it goes to the entire audience.
Yeah.
The stories, the way they have it figure it out in the algorithm, stories go to your followers and some
it doesn't go
general. It doesn't go to all of them. But if you do reels, that goes to anybody.
You have to do at least 3 a day. At least 3 a day. And there are days that I like today, I didn't even post one.
It's just they don't have time. That's a damn full-time job.
Yeah.
I use story just to keep people informed, but Karen is the one who does the reel. It got to the point that we split. I told Karen, I need help. I can't handle all these stupid accounts. I don't have the time. I like reels better, but on Insta,
Yeah, so do I. So if you usually most of the time, if it's a post or a story, it's coming from Carlos. If it's a reel, it's coming from me.
I'm the one who does
because he's the one that puts the info, like the info that needs to be out right away. He's usually the one that's posting it.
Yeah, I got all kind of alerts in my phone, so like people haven't put anything yet, and I already know about it for the most part. I already texting Karen, hey, do you know Disney is about to post this? She's like, how do you know? I can't tell you.
If it's Disney, I don't know, and I work for the company.
So I got so many damn contacts that is insane. It works in my benefit, you know what I mean? But I'm even friends with the people that are starting to post, like Disney News and Universal News. I'm become friend of them, so they actually, as a matter of fact, they contact me. That's the crazy thing, right? They contact me to see if I heard or know something. So it's insane. Yes, we're heading to D23. We'll be there we're flying on Thursday. Well, yeah, D23 is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'm saying we're flying out on Thursday, and Thursday night we're doing opening night at Halloween Horror Nights, and then from there we're gonna go to D23, and we're doing Oogie Boogie on Saturday night. It's gonna be a really busy few days, fun days. So we'll be there. But D23, I don't know what to expect because they changed so many things now. It's like somebody said today, I pay so much money to only be selected to go to 3 things.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. Might not even be worth it.
Yeah. I could tell you something. If I arrive on time on Friday, I may be able to see Cesar Milan live.
Hey.
I'll be like,
you do that very well already.
See? It worked. Cesar is a genius.
Keep saying that.
You'll love it. I can
we haven't gone,
wait.
so yeah,
I can't wait to do Oogie Boogie.
Yeah. We're excited.
Yeah, HHN in Hollywood. I want to see obviously the difference and enjoy the different vibe. I'm excited because also like Legends Collide is gonna be different than it's the other section from ours. So I want to see what's the big difference. The what is it? The Terror Tram.
Yeah, I think that's the one that
I want to see that too. So I'm excited. Plus, it's a getaway. We haven't done a getaway in so long. So we went 1 year. It's awesome. The food is always better in Cali. You're done right.
Yes, it is.
The food in California and Disney California Adventure, and the food that I put for Halloween, I cannot even keep up.
No.
And I'm like, why they don't bring that over here? So like I spent a few I was editing earlier today about an hour and a half just watching content from Disneyland and DCA on all the food that they actually brought, and I was like, Jesus, Karen's gonna kill me if I said I want to try this.
We're not trying to.
Yeah, there you go.
Not during Oogie Boogie.
The Terror Tram, get ready. They all chase off the Terror Tram on a long walk.
I can't wait. Because that kind of, I think that reminds me of when I lived up north. When you go for Halloween, you used to be like hay wagons and stuff like that, and people would come up and run away and stuff like that. So I think I'm excited.
Yeah, and the Terror Tram this year is a combination of Nope and Us. So I like Us.
We love Us. Yeah.
Don't care much about Nope. I'm still confused.
Yeah,
so
Nope is
I gotta find somebody who explain me the damn movie because I'm still confused about it. But
most of the movie, so.
Interesting concept. For me, it had a lot of potential.
It had a lot of potential, but they dropped.
It's a lot of things that I didn't get. But yeah, I wanna Us get. I'm a freaking fan of that movie. Us, I love Us. So we're excited about that. Nope was weird completely.
I fell asleep.
Completely weird.
Most of the movie.
But anyways, guys, it's been over 3 hours. Our longest live stream yet. I like it. We talk about a lot of things. We learn about hotels and food and all that. That's what I'm talking about.
Get us going on hotels and we'll be here for it.
Yeah, I know. What that means is that we gotta hang out with Maggie and Paul more often.
I know. We need to do staycations together. So
I know.
We can rate resorts and be like,
all right, Maggie, let's do our review together. But anyways, next Monday, we may or we may not go live because we're gonna be. Where are we going next Monday? Is that next? Oh,
somewhere in Disney.
We're in Disneyland.
We're in Disney somewhere.
No, next Monday is in Disneyland. We got reservation for Disneyland. So if I can, I'll go live from Disneyland just to chit chat with you guys for a little bit and tell you about how everything's going, and then we'll take it from there. So we will not have this way of informational.
Might be alive walking around.
It will be alive just us in Disneyland talking about everything or how things have gone, but not talking about news, because obviously we will be walking around. So, see, Maggie said we should.
Sure, let's plan it.
Luis dice que pasen buena noche.
Gracias,
Igual,
igual.
brother, igual. Cuídate. Gracias por vernos. Have a fantastic week. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you,
guys.
Rashida.
It's been awesome.
Thank you,
We
everybody.
love you.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you for listening to me for 3 hours.
Now you know.
All right, guys. We love you.
Bye,
Take care.
guys.